Here's your treasurehunt.ga Atlanta Braves starting lineup. Here's your treasurehunt.ga Atlanta Braves starting lineup. Here's your treasurehunt.ga Atlanta Braves starting lineup.
All right. Acuna leading off. Freddie Freeman, back of the two-hole. Ozzie and Austin Riley cleaning up. Dansby, Adrianza, Heredia, Smith, the catcher, and Morton, our starting pitcher, batting in the 9th spot. Welcome into the Bone Crusher Show, Saturday Night Baseball. Braves, Dodgers, and DOGE. Get ready. Saturday Night Baseball on the Bone Crusher Show, sponsored by TreasureHunt.ga. Leading off for the Dodgers here in Atlanta will be Mookie Betts, Justin Turner, and Cody Bellinger. Then Chris Taylor, BD Lux will be in the 5 and 6 hole. Welcome in. I am the Bone Crusher. Saturday Night Baseball and some crypto updates. It's the only dual baseball crypto show I think there is in existence. So that means it's a great idea. All right, starting pitcher for the Braves, Charlie Morton, and for the Dodgers, it's going to be Sammy Kershaw. So let's check out their stats. Kershaw comes in with a 3.33 ERA, 77 strikeouts on the season with a .97 whip. That's a pretty good whip. Charlie Morton, a 4.26 ERA, 67 strikeouts, 21 walks, and a 1.28 whip. Overall, Kershaw probably going to have the edge tonight. We'll see who brings their game. We're about to get underway with the first pitch. Saturday night on the Bone Crusher Show, just finishing up some coffee here. We had a rain delay in Atlanta, about a 40% chance of rain about 8 o'clock, maybe Central, 9 o'clock Eastern, I think. So hopefully we're done with the rain delays, but that might not necessarily be the case. And I know our moderator out in Atlanta, OTP in Gwinnett County, will give us any on-the-spot weather reports as Charlie Morton comes to the mound. He's trotting onto the field now, so we'll probably have a few warm-up pitches before we get started. The umps are taking the field. The crowd's on their feet in Atlanta. Are y'all guys ready? The Braves 26 and 29 on the season. That's third in the East. At home, we have not played even 500 ball. We are 15 and 17 at home, 11 and 12 on the road. So we need to do better at home. We got to start taking care of business at home. The Braves always been a great road team. Tonight we are at Truist in the ATL. Let's finish up this delicious coffee. I had some whole bean Starbucks on sale. We had a little coffee grinder from the thrift store, so I'm grinding coffee beans now. I didn't. There you go. All right, let's get an audio video check down in the dugout. Let us know how I'm doing here if we have any trouble with the broadcast. For the Braves in left field, it's going to be Adrianza, Heredia in center, and Acuna in right. Of course, Freddie Freeman at first, Ozzie playing second base, Dansby is at shortstop, and Austin Riley, the new big cat, over there at third. And Kevin Smith, Kevin with an A, is our catcher. So we've had some trouble. Darno still hurt. I don't remember when he's going to be back. He's out for a bit. That certainly hurt us. So, all right, first pitch coming up. The batter is in the box, so we are getting ready to get things underway at Truist. Mookie Betts leading off for the Dodgers. He's batting .263, and he takes the first pitch. Little outside there. Ball one. We're underway. If you're watching along on TV, make sure you sync us up with your TiVo or DVR. You can think of us as radio on roids. The 1-0, that's going to be in there for a strike. 96 miles an hour from Morton. 1-1 count. Top of the first, 0-0. Nobody on, nobody out. Welcome aboard. Saturday Night Baseball, the 1-1. Oh, there's a nasty slider, and Mookie swings and misses at that. Welcome in Steve-O. Yeah, to the moon, Steve-O. I do have some crypto updates coming up. Got some hard choices to make. Mark Lane is in the house. Come on, Braves. The 1-2, that's outside. 97. Throwing BBs. And we need to find out who the Braves steroid dealer is, because they need to take it down a notch. After Ozuna went nuts and Yona went nuts. I think that's the problem right there. And Charlie steps off the mound there. I hope he's all right. That's weird. Got 8 in the house already. Welcome aboard. Make sure you smash the like. We appreciate that. And we're trying to bust up those YouTube algorithms. 1 like already. Thank you very much. All right. Hit batter. Sorry, I looked away. I thought it was like a highlight from last year or something, but no. Morton just hit Mookie in the back shoulder. So runner on first. I'm trying to keep the microphone there in a good spot. So let me know if you have any audio issues. All right. I'm going to start for the Braves here. If you're just joining us, we had a rain delay. So we just started the game in the top of the first a few minutes ago. And that's fouled off. Turner batting now for the Dodgers. Dodgers are 34-23, third in the West. That's a pretty tough division out there with the Padres too. That's a lot of fun to watch. And a lot of people wonder, are the Braves at 26-29 that bad, or is it just a tough division? And when you look at things, you got to circle our pitching. That's a slider outside, 1-1 to Turner. If you don't get the game on TV or you're traveling on the road, this is radio on steroids. We got everybody down in the chat box. Welcome in. The MASH unit has arrived. Joshua Mashburn is here. And that is a chopper. It gets past Riley, rolls off his glove. Dansby picks it up and puts it in his pocket. Everybody is safe. So that was a tricky dribble to Riley, who couldn't field it cleanly. I do not think that's going to be an error, but just like that, Dodgers have 2 on with nobody out. So Sivo says it might not be the steroids. It's a type of toxic relationship, part of the Latino culture. Trust me, I'm Latino. Too bad for Ozuna. Hope we get him back soon. We'll see if Ozuna even comes back. We'll see what the Players Association has to say about that. Greg Hamlin is here. Welcome in, Greg. Go Braves. We need to do something right here. Another slider just inside. 1-0 to Bellinger. 2 on. Nobody out. We hit the first batter. The 1-0 pitch coming up to Bellinger. Morton checks the runner, kicks and fires. That is in there. I guess that's a slider. I don't know what that is. It's got a lot of movement. It's about 80 miles an hour. Starts out and just comes curling right back at the batter. Bellinger batting a $179 in the 3-hole. Morton steps off the bag again. If you're a DOGE holder, AMC holder, this is the right baseball show for you. During between innings, we will talk a little crypto and stock. The pitch fouled off. 1-2 to Bellinger. That got a piece of Smith. Catcher, we're out of catchers. Okay. I hit him right in the face mask. Probably shook him up a bit. And someone get Brian McCann on speed dial. McCann's probably put on 30 pounds, sitting in a Barca lounger, crushing a chili dog right now. Bro, get in shape. We need you back. The 1-2 coming up to Bellinger. Potentially. Maybe. Everyone's just looking around. All right, looks like we're going to have a pitch. And here it comes. Another change-up slider thingy there. Way inside. 2-2. Greg, the starting pitching tonight is Charlie Morton for the Braves, and for the Dodgers, it's Sammy Kershaw. Sammy comes in with a 3.33 ERA, and Charlie has a 4.26 ERA. And that's another inside pitch, fastball, full count. Nobody out, 2 on for the Dodgers. Top of the first. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be pulled right at Ozzie. On for the double play? No. We got the runner at second, but Dansby didn't attempt to throw over to first, and I'm not sure why not. It looked like a great chance at a double play. So we'll see on the replay why that was not a double play attempt. Fielded cleanly by Ozzie onto Dansby, and he just faked it to first. He kind of, maybe he was trying to, yeah, he faked it to first and looked over to third. So that was an intentional. He didn't feel like he had the chance at the double play and didn't take any chances there. It wasn't hit maybe hard enough for double play, I suppose. So runner on the corners with 1 out. Double play gets us out of the jam. Throw over to first, and that gets away from Freeman. That's rolling. A run will score. Shit. That went into the stands or something. So Charlie throws it away. Even the giraffe couldn't get to it, Freddie Freeman. So an ugly start. Charlie Morton's hit a batter. He's thrown it away. He is having a very rough time here. Oh, devastating. Steve heard that some Bitcoin whales bought in on Dodge so they can sell when the price starts spiking up, to try and fuck Elon for his tweets, LOL. But Doge Army is too strong. Hell yeah, Steve-O. There is some price manipulation going on in the crypto market. We're going to talk about that between the innings. But the 0-1 pitch, that almost hits the batter. Taylor had to back out of that. Ooh. Right now, Doge is trading at about 37 cents. But it's going to be a rough week, guys. We are in the overall downward trend. We're still bouncing down from the crash. The 1-1, swing and a miss. Taylor batting .282. Mark Lane says rigged. Taylor batting .333 with runners in scoring position. The 1-2 pitch, and Taylor's going to pull that one, but Dansby climbs the ladder and grabs it. 2 away. So, good reaction from Dansby. By the way, we are streaming on Twitch as well. YouTube and Twitch tonight using the restream. Whoop-de-freaking do, right? Good for you! Matt Beatty batting .281. the 5th batter in the lineup for the Dodgers here in the first. That's outside 1-0. If you're watching on TV and using us as a third screen, you can sync us up by pausing your TiVo or DVR, probably 20, 30 seconds. The 1-0 is popped up. Riley is underneath that, right at third, and that will do it. But the Dodgers get a run off 2 errors by the Braves. Both of those errors by our pitcher, Charlie Morton, who hit the leadoff batter, plunked him, and then threw a pitch away, trying to pick a runner off at first, threw it where even Freddie Freeman couldn't get to it. All right, we're in a break now, so let's take a look at some of the cryptos and the stocks and hit on that real quickly. Basically, according to my guru that I'm following on YouTube through all of this, who's helped me make a lot of money, we are still in an overall downtrend. As Steve-O mentioned, these prices are rigged. The banks don't have enough liquidity. Everyone's taking the money out of the banks, and what they're doing is they're investing it in Robinhood or other broker accounts. So the banks, big industrial investors, are suppressing the price right now, and so they can get in on it. And when they're done with that, then the prices will start going back up. So it could be another dip this week. If you're a long-term holder, just hang on. It's going to be a little bumpy potentially this week, maybe another 7 days out of a downward trend. We're not back into a bull cycle since the crash, so if you're looking to get in the market, just get ready. If you otherwise, just hang on. It's going to get a little bumpy, and then we'll get out of that. Doge, though, we've seen it come up from that 30-cent area. It's at 37 now. Got into the low 40s, so that feels a lot better, doesn't it? That feels a lot better. I also have a couple of shit coins on the screen. VeChain at 12 cents and Harmony's OneCoin at 9 cents. Those are a couple of shit coins on Binance you can get into cheap. Did pick up some great cash on the AMC this week. We'll talk about that later in the game. And BlackBerry might be the next big play. But let's get back to Truist in Atlanta. Acuna, Freeman, and Ozzie coming up to bat here. And then potentially we would see Austin Riley. And there's our moderator at large from height unknown, weight unknown, parts unknown. A-Bomb is in the house, and he says he's sick of these naked shorts. You want to talk naked shorts and AMC stock? The pitch to Acuna. He swings on the first pitch as usual, fouls that off, 1-0. The naked shorts and AMC. What a historic situation that is. Let's see if I can put that AMC price back up on the screen here. And Acuna is going to pull that one right to the shortstop, who does not throw him out. Acuna beats it out. I don't know if the first baseman fielded that flawlessly, what happened there, but he hustled and he beat that out. Infield hit. I don't know if they're going to review this. So it was kind of a slow chopper. And I think Acuna probably beat that out. Did it bounced in the dirt? No, he didn't beat that out. Acuna's out. They're gonna probably overturn that. Yeah, Acuna's out there. Obviously on the replay there. Jameson Taylor, welcome back. Good to see you again, Jameson. Steve-O says there's a lot of good news behind Sheeb. Shiba that's another coin, right? I've heard people talk about it, but I don't know much about that one. And they're going to review this, and they quickly call that an out. Unfortunate for the Braves, but the correct call. And that's what we want. We want the correct calls, whether it's at the plate, whether it's at first, whatever the situation is, we want the right call, especially when it matters. So the naked shorts and the AMC, here, let me put the AMC price up there. If you were watching this show, the pitch to Freeman is upstairs. Freeman's been hitting it hard. Everyone's saying that. He just hasn't had a lot of luck. That's the word on the street. Batting .226. Last year's MVP is due, the 1-0. Herky jerky delivery from Kershaw tonight. That's upstairs, 2-0. You know, I had the price of AMC on the screen weeks ago at about $13. The 2-0 to Freddie. Upstairs, 3-0. And it peaked at just over $70 last week. The 3-0 to Freddie Freeman. I bet he does not have the green light, but he does have the green light. And he's going to pop it straight up. And that'll be out number 2. So, Freddie would do anything to he needs to borrow some of Dansby's sage. Jameson says, I'm new on this chat. Oh, okay. I thought I'd seen him before. I think there's another, someone who has a similar name, but it's spelled a little bit different. So, sorry I got you confused, but welcome in. And Ozzy takes a strike. $17 for 32 in the first inning this season for Ozzy, who swings and misses 0-2. Swing and a miss, and down goes Ozzy. That's the end of the first. All right, we are in a break. You're on the Bone Crusher Show. So get your comments down in the chat box. Love to hear what's on your mind tonight. Saturday night baseball. Come for the Braves. Stay for the crypto. Shiba Inu. Okay, yeah, that's I mean, of course, that's the Shiba is the dog of the Dogecoin, right? So AMC, what a lot of volatility. I did make $3,500 off of it, though I made some really bad moves, some emotional moves at the end that cost me about $1,500. So I could have had a much bigger payday, and I had sold a week ago Thursday, so like a week before last Thursday, I sold out for some nice profits. If I had held about 3 more days or 2 more business days, man, I missed out on a $10,000 payday. But who would have known that thing would go up 600%? It went up 600%. Now it's down to 43, which is still an insane price for AMC. I'm probably done with AMC. I sold all of it. But if it drops suddenly, if they get it down to a low price again, I may take another look at it. But $43 a share, $60 a share, that's a precarious place. Shiba is basically riding on Doge. If Doge goes up, Shiba Inu goes up. And people, don't forget to take profits when you can. There will be another dip. You know, I learned that with Doge the first time. You know, if you want to be a long-term investor, hold your coins, you're going to be fine. 2 years from now, it's going to be worth more. But dag nabbit, that stuff is flying, it's screaming at you. I wanted us to get into it, long-term holder, but it forced me. It forced my hand to start swing trading that. And, all right, we are back to Truist, and Morton still pitching for the Braves and still having control problems. That is inside, brushes back, Lux, 1-0 count. So I've made an ass load of mistakes, Steve-O. I've really fucked up a lot, but still ahead. And there's a swing and a miss, 1-1. There is a strike on the inside corner, 1-2. It is, it's a lot of fun. It can be very addictive. You know, trading cryptos and stocks on these accounts. It's so easy now to do it. The 1-2 is pulled, and Ozzy's gonna get that to Freeman, who falls down, but keeps his foot on the bag. It looks like the shift was on a bit as Ozzy was in like shallow right field. But for some reason, Freeman fell down over his big clumsy feet, I guess. But he held on to it like a wide receiver, keeping his feet in bounds and bringing it in. Well, Steve-O's gotten very sharp on the crypto. And he's right on point. It's been a hype coin. And there is a strike. So Morton trying to settle down here. McKinstry at bat. 250 average. The 0-1 pitch. Just missed. From the top of the second, Dodgers lead 1-0. Zach McKinstry batting, 250 average, 3 home runs, 16 RBIs, 1 out, nobody on. And there's another strike by Morton, 1-2 count. He's had that pitch tonight. That it starts off outside and it curves right back in, and the batters are having some trouble with that pitch. When that pitch is on, that's it's like a really slow slider or something. A fastball outside, fouled off. So I saw like a $5,000 profit of Doge, and I didn't sell. I didn't ring the register, and I saw that price go from the 60s all the way back down to the 20s. That is pulled. Freeman fields it, steps on first, out number 2. Now at that point, you feel pretty sick, but you just got to hang on and hope that it comes back. And I was so new at it, I really didn't know what was going to happen. I've seen about, since we're at 37 cents, I've seen about 1,400 of that come back. So overall, my average price point there on Doge is about 30 cents. So I'm ahead overall, but I could be ahead by a lot more. And with AMC, I could be ahead by a lot more. I'll put my, so after this half inning, I'll put my my performance up on the screen. There's a strike to Barnes, 0-1. There's 2 out now in the top of the second. Saturday Night Baseball. Chop foul, 0-2. Bone Crusher Show, our moderator A-Bomb down in the chat box. Got some good crypto and chat going down there. So what other play-by-play show can you go to where you're going to make money and get to watch sports outside? It's getting a little dim in here. Maybe I need to get the lights on soon. Morton takes a sign, kicks and fires. There's a nice strike. Locked up. Barnes could not get the bat off his shoulder, and that will end the top of the second. Dodgers 1, Braves 0. So as you know, I opened up a Robinhood account last February when all the AMC news and GameStop stuff was coming out, and I had done a little stuff years before, but pretty inexperienced at that. And I would say the crowdsourcing information shared on places like YouTube and Wall Street Bets, that is why I've made the money I have. And let me go back to the other screen. So there it is. I don't know if you can see that bottom number, but that's a 57% return in the past 3 months. $4,500 in profits. And as the Doge goes, so does that. And that thing's not even turning right now. It's off, so that's not the most recent, but that's fairly recent. That's today recent. So I feel very fortunate that it's gone that way. You know, I made an ass load of mistakes. All right, we are in a break, so let's take a quick time out and come right back with more Braves and Dodgers on the Bone Crusher Show. Grab a drink. Be right back. And we're back, and Austin Riley rips that one into left field for a base hit. That's what's up. One of the hottest bats in the league right now. Austin O'Reilly Auto Parts. So first pitch, Austin rips it to left. 1 on. Man, we are all glad to see and witness Austin Riley sort of turn the page. Steve-O says, take advantage of that. You get that right. Swanson batting now. Swing and a miss. Man, I'm still getting these fucking Hardee's ads non-stop. And it's like the more I complain about it, it's like the devices hear me say Hardee's, so they increase the ads I see by Hardee's. The 0-1 to Swanson, that's strike just over the plate. Good location from Kershaw, 0-2 count. But there's like a marketing group out there somewhere who did massive amounts of research and came to the conclusion that I am, ground zero for their new chicken sandwich rollout. That's in the dirt, 1 and 2. So I have been bombarded, internet, radio, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, everywhere. I'm getting hammered about this goddamn Hardee's chicken sandwich. The nearest Hardee's is 15, 20 minutes away. I'm not going to go burn oil getting to the Hardee's for that garbage. And believe me, I put a lot of garbage in my body. I am at the drive-thru a lot. Dansby fouls that off. But I'm not going to go out of my way. If I'm going to go all the way out to that Hardee's, there's a Whataburger just a couple blocks away. If I'm going to go that far, I'm going to Whataburger. Now, Mrs. Bone Crusher, not a big fan of hamburgers, so I don't get to eat those exquisite Whataburgers too often. Swing and a miss. Down goes Dansby. He swings at the outside pitch. Chase that one a little bit. So 1 out, 1 on. Make sure you hit the like for me and crush the sub. I usually do about a game a week, and our moderator A-Bomb, he does more than that. So between the two of us, you're going to get a lot of Braves coverage, so subscribe to both those channels. Sup. Adrianza fouls that off his foot, 0-1. We do have a new camera angle. I realized that the camera fits better on top of the TV than the computer. And plus, since I'm looking at the TV, I don't want it to appear that I'm like looking away when I'm calling the game. So I think that works better. It's a wider shot too. Needs some more lighting. Maybe I could borrow Sleeta's Proto Star. Ooh, there's a heavy changeup from Kershaw there. That just dropped right out of the sky and locked up Adrianza 0-2. Oh, and producer Beth. That's why she is producer. Pulled the switch on the light. Thank you, producer Beth. Throw over to first. Riley is... Are they calling him out? Austin Riley has been called out at first. He is not going anywhere, though. He's staying on the base. Here comes Snicker, the human peanut. Him and, I guess Young is the first base coach tonight. They're getting into it with the ump. And now they're saying, they're saying it might have been a balk, maybe. So this is going to take a minute to sort out, but the initial call on the field, I believe, is that Riley's been picked off, and Riley goes to the dugout. Oh, and Young follows the ump into right field, still jawing at him. So on the replay, is that a balk? Let us know in the chat box what you think that is. Let me get, speaking of chat box, I need to get the chat box. And Adrianza is going to dick trickle that one to the second baseman, who throws him out to end the second controversial ending, or controversial inning. Mark Lane's cooking tonight. What did you cook tonight? Some sloppy joes, Mark Lane? I've got the game on Fox via my Roku, Jackson. Welcome in, Jackson. Sorry I didn't see your chat sooner. So there's a little delay because I'm watching over Roku plus the YouTube delay. So if you're using me as a third screen, you can pause your TiVo or DVR just a moment. Otherwise, consider this radio on roids. Oh, Mark Lane is making some sausage dogs off the grill. Dang, that's what's up. Probably like some Johnsonville brats. I tried the off-brands, and each grocery store has their own off-brand sausages. I tell you, like that Primo brand at Walmart, no thank you. I would gladly pay an extra $1.50 for some Johnsonville brats. If someone knows of a good, something close to Johnsonville, I'll go there. I don't usually like to buy the expensive ones. But when they're on sale, sup. Buc-ee's. A-Bomb says, and when A-Bomb gives you, well, he says he has a few Facebook friends that rave about Buc-ee's, the gas station. I guess he's not talking about sausage dogs. Maybe he's talking about the roller grill. Huh. A-Bomb is a gas station aficionado. If they got a good hot dog island, he'll go check it out. If they got a good coffee bar, he's there. He knows the bathroom situation in Atlanta at all the gas stations too. What coins are you in on, if you don't mind me asking? Me personally, Steve-O's got the Doge, the Shiba, Poly, Cardano, and Ethereum. And he's got 200 in Safe Moon. Most of my coins are in Doge. I do have Ethereum, and there's a lot of talk about Ethereum right now. People are really betting on Ethereum. It's getting longed a lot. There's a lot of people putting money into Ethereum now. So when we do get into a bull cycle, Ethereum could really establish itself. I mean, it's already, what, $2,700, and we are underway here in the top of the third, and that is a strike. Kershaw batting for the Dodgers. Also have VeChain 1. Those are my two shit coins. The 01 to Kershaw now. That's a ball, 1-1. I did have some Litecoin, but I don't have any more Litecoin. I had some Bitcoin. I do not have any more Bitcoin. Swing and a miss. 1-2 to Kershaw. And I do have a little bit of Nokia stock, which I just bought. I don't know if I'm going to hold that very long, but it seems to be pretty stable and doing well right now at the moment. 1-2. Fouled back to the catcher. Kershaw stays alive. And right now, Reddit is abuzz about BlackBerry. They're more of a software company now, so that might be the next squeeze play. I put in on some BlackBerry near the end of market Friday, and it fell down 15%. So I'm down 15% on BlackBerry, but it still can be that Wall Street Bets crowd can move a stock. Here's the 1-2 to Kershaw, and he is struck out. Doesn't get the bat off his shoulder there. 1 away in the top of the third. 5 in the house. Welcome aboard Saturday Night Baseball on the Bone Crusher Show. Come for the baseball, stay for the crypto. Jameson says, "Did y'all see that? What happened?" Oh, maybe you're talking about that throw it at first. Yeah, we saw Riley get thrown out at first on a pickoff play that might have been a balk. That was very controversial. The Bone Crusher chicken sandwich. Man, fucking Hardee's won't leave me alone, man. Keep getting bombarded with these chicken sandwich commercials from Hardee's. And that's going to be a chop down and rolls foul down the third base line. Mookie Betts batting. He was hit in the first and eventually scored. The 1 run the Dodgers picked up in the first, Morton had a rough first. He hit the leadoff. He plunked the leadoff guy, Betts, who scored later in the top of the first when Morton tried to pick off the runner at first and just threw it away. So Morton had 2 errors in the first. The 0-2 to Betts, way outside. The vast majority of my holdings are in Dogecoin. They're going to reset. Try to find a pitch here. Nobody out. Or 1 out, nobody on here in the top of the third. And that's going to be a grounder to Swanson. On to Freeman in time. 2 outs. Better than auto warranty robo. I get some call. I'm getting a few calls, automated calls about my extended warranty. Man, yeah, the Sloppy Joe. I still, people still talk about the Sloppy Joe Chronicles. That day I made Sloppy Joes, ended up had leftovers for like a week straight. That's fouled off. 0-1 to Turner. Some sort of Sloppy Joe bachelor paradise. If you make a pound of ground beef and Sloppy Joe, that's going to last a while. Oh, that's called a ball, but that was on the outside of the plate, on the outside of the zone. That was a bad call there. 1-1 to Turner. So every day on the Bone Crusher Show, you saw me eating a Sloppy Joe forever. There's a nice strike. 1-2. It's every time it's 81 miles an hour and it hooks from right to left. It's about the slowest looking slider thing you ever saw, and the hitters are having trouble with that tonight. That's a ball. 2-2. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to quit answering the phone, Mark Lane. The 2-2 fouled off. 47 pitches so far from Morton here in the top of the third. Got 6 in the house, 4 likes. Thank you very much. Last I checked, we had 463 subscribers. Oh, we lost a subscriber. We got 462. About halfway to our goal of 1,000. And a big cut and a miss from Turner, and he goes down, and that will end the top of the third. And by the way, the Dodgers got that 1 run. They still don't have a hit. That's that's how ugly the first was for the Braves. So we are in a break. So my move on what I'm going to do Monday morning. Well, first let's talk about Doge and crypto and Bitcoin real quick, because it's important right now. Tonight we're hitting a trend line that started back in May, a downward trend line, and at that point we're going to find out whether we're going to stop right there or if Bitcoin might fall all the way into the 20s. So hopefully we'll know that tonight. And my guru was looking at technical analysis and could have another dip this week. But we'll know what happens when we hit that trend line. If Bitcoin decides to go back down in the 20,000s, that's going to bring a lot of the other coins with it. So be prepared. You could see your Dogecoin dip this week, especially in about 7 days if things go bad for Bitcoin. So you got a couple options there. The easiest thing to do is just hold and wait. Like I mentioned earlier, 2 years from now, all this stuff is going to be worth a lot more. So that's probably the good long-term play. You could, and this has crossed my mind, is wait for a little peak, sell all my Doge, then 5, 6, 7 days after that, when it dips, if that's going to be the forecast, get back in at a lower price. That might be a good move too, but that's precarious. You're risking it because you don't know what's going to happen between then. Any announcement, could change everything. It's so volatile. It's so up and down. So, it's a wild ride. It's a wild ride. But then Monday morning, so I'll be monitoring the Doge carefully every minute of every day. Every time I get up out of the bathroom at night, I have a ticker right by my bed, and I'm looking at it every time. But Monday I'm going to be watching the BlackBerry battle, so that is the latest squeeze going on, or the squeeze play. And we are back here at Truist. Heredia batting, and he's going to take a ball 1-0. He comes in with a 261 average, batting 7th in the lineup tonight. The 1-0 pitch, he shows bunt and pulls his bat back as he runs towards first. Counts 1-1. So it looked like he was seriously thinking about bunting his way on. To change his mind at the last moment. And he's going to hit that one towards the middle. The second baseman picks it up, spins, fires, and drags the first baseman off the bag, so the runner is safe. Braves have a man on first now. Go ahead and smash that like. We got 4 likes right now. I appreciate that. That helps us separate ourselves from those fake shows where you click on it, you think you're going to get to watch the game or something, and it's just like, oh, you got to click in the link. You got to click the link in the description. Dogecoin at 37 cents. Pitcher or catcher Smith batting now. He takes strike 0-1. So we've got a runner on first, nobody out, bottom of the third. Smith batting 273 with 1 RBI. And that's going to be popped up. In foul territory, the right fielder gets it. So that is 1 out. Runner stays put. That'll bring up the 8-hole. I'm going to bring up my account, my trading account now, and take a look at things. Now, so let me head back to the dugout here, see what you guys are up to. All right, check it. We're in the 9-hole now, and Morton shows bunt but takes a strike. 0-1. So I'll check that out in a minute. Unfortunately, that rule is still pretty shady. You're probably talking about the balk rule. Shows bunt again. Does not execute the bunt. 0-2 count to Charlie Morton with a runner on first and 1 out. Braves trail by 1. We're on the bottom of the third. Had a rain delay. And if there's any weather issues, our moderator A-Bomb will jump in and update us right away. He is our weatherman on duty tonight. Steve-O says, we will have a chance to buy Bitcoin when it hits 28,000, not at financial advice. Throw it to first, not in time. Yeah, you know, it'd be so easy to say, oh, buy here, buy now, make your move, but the thought of telling someone to buy or sell, and things don't work out, you know, you'd feel bad about that. The 0-2 bunted foul, and that will be an out. So Morton tries to bunt at the high outside ball, and no luck there. 2 away with the runner on first. So we're definitely not in a bull cycle again yet. We had, man, everything was at all-time highs when we had that crash. But there will be another bull run, so just get ready for it. You know, if you're new, go get some practice trading apps, some fantasy stock or stock training apps, and practice. Acuna chops that one foul, 0-1. A-Bomb has a beef with grocery store cashiers who don't enforce the express lane. That sounds like a good rant right there. 0-1 to Acuna is downstairs. You know, my beef with grocery store cashiers is when they open up a new register and they just kind of announce, hey, next in line, but they don't enforce next in line. And all the scumbags of society start throwing elbows, or, you know, the person last in one line gets to be first in the new line. And that painted the bottom of this zone for a strike. 1-2 to Acuna. If I was a cashier, I would physically walk over to the person, and sometimes they'll do this to you at Publix. They'll walk over to you and say, come with me. You know, a few times I've been at a grocery store and the cashier would actually do that. And I thought, yeah, that's the way you should do it. High and outside, 2-2. And you see the line about to open up out of the corner of your eye. Everyone's getting ready to make their move. I'm going to intervene next time. Downstairs. Full count. So 2 outs with a runner on first. Braves down by 1. Bottom of the third. Kershaw with the pitch, and Acuna crushes it foul. That was a meaty pitch right over the middle of the plate. And Acuna is no longer the lead leaguer in home runs. He has 17 home runs. Vladdy Jr. with 18. Tatis with 17 as well. And we're not even at the All-Star break, and we're getting crushed. Runner moving, and that's a ball. So, 2 on now with 2 outs. They walk Acuna. They'll bring up Freddie Freeman over the century. I'm going to say something next time I'm at the fucking Dollar Tree, and the next in line is the ass clown who just got in line. So you're not next in line. We live in a society, people. You know, that's when society starts to break down. That's when you realize how close, you are to Thunderdome. Freeman, the pitch, outside, ball 1. Runs have been hard to come by. The Braves are 5 for 5 out of the last 10 games, so that's something. The 1-0, and Freeman's going to make some good wood there. That's going to be a single to center. Here comes the runner, and he's in a standing run there. Heredia crosses over safely. Tie game. And let's pipe in some of that crowd noise.
Maybe a good sign of things to come for Freeman. He's at second, Acuna's at third. This is the kind of swing that can get you going for a while here if you're Freddie Freeman. He was 3-0.
Yeah, that was a good swing by Freeman.
Swung 3-0, flew out to center field. Here he gets a slider out over the plate. He stays on it perfectly, lines it up the middle, hits the Braves on the board. Great base running, continues to second. Acuna goes first to third. And now you have Albies, one of the best right-handed hitters against left-handed pitching, up with 2 more in scoring position.
He has absolutely crushed left-handed pitching this year. Albies, the switch hitter. First pitch swinging down the right field line, and it is foul.
Audio courtesy of Fox Sports. That was our live listen-in to Truist Park in Atlanta. As the announcer said, Ozzie did hit that pretty well, but foul. So now we see Ozzie batting right-handed. He is a switch hitter and usually on the other side of the plate. Two out. Runners second and third for the Braves. Ozzie checks his swing there. On the high fastball, 1-1. Yeah, I don't know if that Twitch stream ever worked. We're supposed to be simulcasting on Twitch. And the chop is broken out at Truist. We need to get that audio up for you, too. Swing and a miss. 1-2 to Ozzie.
With his first about the slider down and in. Basically the same pitch sequence. He went 2 fastballs up. He was 0-2. This time he's 1-1, and then he got him with the slider down and in, and you see Albies way out in front on this slider from Kershaw. And again, now he's got him set up. He can go high fastball, he can go curveball down.
2 outs.
Get him slider.
2 on, 1-2 pitch. It's a sticky situation.
Hard hit down the left field line. McKinstry.
There's a base hit.
Take the lead. Albies will drive in a pair. It's 3-1 Atlanta.
Yes. A rocket down the left field line. That's a come rocket to the moon. Good times in Atlanta. And great oldies. So 2-run score on a double from Ozzie. Braves ahead now, just like that, 3-1.
2 out. Go ahead base.
How you like me now?
And he has put the Braves in.
How you like me now?
That'll bring up Austin Riley, who swung at the first pitch and singled.
Let's see if Austin Riley can pile it on. Outside.
Nice job by Albies. Gets a slider down, and you see him clear his front hip.
Good times and great oldies, Fox 97.
Just a perfect swing. Not trying
I met Spiff.
drops it down the left field
I had
line.
a
Easy 2 RBI double.
nice long talk with Spiff. Spiff happens.
1-0 to Riley.
The 1-0 to Riley down the heart of the pipe for a strike.
By the at-bat by Acuna Jr., though. He took a 3-2 slider for a walk. Freddie Freeman stays on the slider from Kershaw, lines it up the middle. Acuna gets the 2 strikes, cuts his swing down, doesn't try to do too much. All of a sudden, the Braves are out in front, 3-1.
The 1-1 to Austin Riley. Kershaw checks the runner. Quickly fires. Not much kick in that
Count 2-1.
delivery. That's in the dirt, 2-1. So they're being careful with Austin Riley. As they should, one of the hottest hitters in baseball at the moment.
Allowed the one Riley single before he was picked off.
He has worked his way into the cleanup spot for the Braves. The 2-1 to Riley. Swing and a miss. He had a big cut there. Looks like that's a slider. Probably a little behind that one.
Under 200 against both breaking balls for Clayton Kershaw this year. The fastball average is up around 300, 100 points higher than last year for Kershaw.
2-2 to Austin.
2-2.
He hits it, and it gets away from the shortstop. Everybody's safe.
That may have saved a run.
He could not corral it. I don't know if he was going to have a play anyway. That was really deep in the hole over by third base.
The Braves are doing a great job with this.
And
breaking in on
runners on first and third with 2 outs. Let's listen in again to Truist. They're making some noise.
strike zone. Riley, perfect example. Gets a slider, hits it in the 5-6 hole. Lux does save a run because Albies would have scored if this ball gets to the outfield. He knocks it down. Wasn't probably going to throw out Riley anyways from that position, so good job knocking it down and saving the run for now.
Mark Pryor, the pitching coach of the Dodgers.
Riley hit it hard.
And now back to the dugout he goes as Kershaw tries to get out of this third.
What do you think Mark Pryor says to Kershaw right there? Hey, let's try to get this third out. We've had 4 straight hits here.
What's up, Bone Crusher? I hope all is well. Mondo has woken up and has entered the dugout. A new player has entered the game. Welcome in, Niner Mondo. Good to see you, brah. A-Bomb's going to be back in 15 minutes. Maybe he'll have a weather report for us. That's low.
Right to the slider.
Yep. A pitch that he feels as comfortable with as any.
Is that audio mix good?
Smith and Morton were both retired.
I guess I could listen and see. Let me just check out the audio here. But first we got a situation. 2 on. 2 outs. The 1-0 to Dansby way upstairs.
Adrianza is on deck.
Braves up by 2, trying to add it on. Let's listen in to Truist Park in Atlanta.
2-0. Swanson fouls it.
Ooh.
I know it's first and third.
It looked like that hit the catcher in the groin a bit there. Walked that off.
Adrianza on deck has not been swinging the bat well at all. So even though it's not first base open, there still is a base open. You saw the first 2 pitches.
A good inning for the Braves. Let's see if it can get a little better.
2-0 slider. Normally Kershaw challenges guys there.
Dansby, hungry man. Swanson dinners at the plate. Mondo is here, so that's always good luck. In the 2-1 to Dansby. And he's going to drive that. He's chopping at the gap. All the way to the wall. How many runs are going to score? Austin Riley, safe. 2 runs in.
It's 5-1.
Ding dong Dansby. There you go. 5-1 Atlanta. And listen to this crowd. All right, nice audio from the game in Atlanta as the Braves are piling it on in the bottom of the third. And I'm sure y'all are going ape shit in the chat box.
Swanson hammers into the left center field gap.
Let me get down to the chat box here. All right, Adrianza batting now. Big cut and a miss.
This ball's up by his letters.
Yeah, the pitch was high, and Dansby just tattooed it.
Perfect placement, a line drive in the left center field. Look, Cody Bellinger does everything in his power to cut this ball off and keep Riley from scoring, but just perfect placement.
Nice to see the Braves with a good lead.
Deserve 2 RBIs.
Adrianza checks his swing. Oh, come on. The appeal to first, and they're going to say he went around.
Who's a great third base coach and great reader of the ball in the outfield, was waving him all the way.
Ron Washington's arm's going to get tired here.
A busy inning for him. Yeah. The Braves doing to the Dodgers what the Dodgers did to the Braves last year.
0-2 count to Adrianza.
Big frame, a crooked number. Adrianza goes down swinging, but
swing and a miss, and that will end the third. But the Braves put up a 5 spot. Some good offensive production there. All right. Good times in Atlanta and great oldies. That's what we want. That feels better, doesn't it? That feels as good as Dogecoin hitting 40 cents. And let's take a look at that. We're in a break right now. The Dodgers batting next, and let's see how our shit coins are doing. Dogecoin at 37 cents right now. And we'll know later tonight if that's going to be tumbling over the next several days. So we're just waiting to get out of this downward overall downtrend and back into a bull cycle. But the big play maybe on Monday, BlackBerry. If you take a look at BlackBerry, the guys on Reddit are really pushing it. These guys are powerful enough to move the price of a stock, and they really thought they were going to push it up on Friday, and it actually went down. So I'm thinking that might be a good spot to get it in. Get it in on it at $13.37. I did buy some at $15, and it went down about 15%. So hopefully it will have a big recovery on Monday. I sold all my positions on AMC, took home some good profits there. I mean, look at it. That's up about 400% still. It was at $70 a share, and I got in on it. I started buying it about $10 a share. So that took a while to pop, but eventually it did pop. I thought those guys on Wall Street Bets are out of their fucking minds. But I'm happy I was wrong there. And they think they still have a lot of play on it. Basically, the shorts haven't covered. A lot of that price is just hype and momentum. The shorts have not covered, so we'll see if it can go to the moon. V-Chain at 12 cents. That was at over 20 cents before the crash. So that, I mean, gee whiz, that's a half price right there. And V-Chain is forecasted to go to $4 to $5 a coin in the next few years. So you get it at 12 cents now, 4 or 5 years, and that's a few bucks. That would be some insane profits. Not available on Robinhood. That and other shit coins like One are on Binance or other crypto platforms at the moment. All right, let's get back to Atlanta now. Braves and Dodgers here in the top of the fourth. 1-1 count to Bellinger. And producer Beth doesn't want to hear the game. Let me know if you need some. Oh, she's. Oh, yeah. She doesn't like it to be on camera. And now the camera's got a wide angle. She's a nudist. And Bellinger goes the other way for a base hit. So a lead-off single for the Dodgers in the top of the fourth. You might see some naked people on the Bone Crusher show. You might. All right. That was an awesome inning, Mark Lane, says Jamison Taylor. You got that right. I think A-Bomb took a little break. He will be back. Today's 2 years since finding both of your channels. And oh, sorry, I missed a play there, and that's a stolen base for the Dodgers. All right, so now the Dodgers have a runner on second with nobody out. So Bellinger tests our catcher. And Mondo was in a hospital room 2 years ago today. No wonder he remembers the date so specifically. That's amazing. Oh, his son was born. There's a swing and a miss from Taylor. 1-1. Well, that's kind of interesting that the Bone Crusher show and A-Bomb's channel now tied into your son's birthday. Every year, you're going to think of us. When your son graduates high school, you're going to think of us. When you have, when he turns 21 and you're having your first beer with him, you're going to think of us. That's an interesting factoid. Sitting in a hospital room, having a baby, but you know what? I'm going to watch the Bone Crusher show. Probably back there smoking a cigar, just waiting. Back in the day, men didn't go into the delivery room. They didn't watch that, Then by the 90s, men had camcorders in there. I know, I mean... Like, who are you? I'm not the father. No, I'm just a guy with a camcorder. Oh, okay, come on in. Back in the 80s and 90s, if you had a camcorder, you pretty much had carte blanche. You could go wherever you wanted. The 1-2 pitch to Taylor, and he's going to pull that into left field for a base hit. Bellinger's going to throw anchor at third. First and third, nobody out for the Dodgers in the top of the fourth. The Dodgers. Boy, the Braves got themselves into a jam now. Saturday Night Baseball on the Bone Crusher Show. Smash the like for us. We got 6 likes already. Thank you very much. We're at 462 subscribers on our march to 1,000. When that happens, we turn on Super Chat and we can get paid. We can get paid Super Chat. So over to first, man. Morton, he had in the first inning, he made a move to first like that and threw it away, letting a run score. So I guess it's good that he's in a, he can't hesitate. He's going to have to put that behind him. Another hit to the opposite field, opposite center, left center there. So a run scores. Bellinger crosses 5-2. Dodgers trail by 3 now. Everything going towards left field for the Dodgers here in the top of the fourth. So there's probably some word in the dugout, with the Dodgers dugout. They they're like, don't try to pull it. They have a consensus. I think they've figured them out here. I'd hate to get the bullpen warmed up, but only in the fourth. So Morton's going to get a chance. It's all on his shoulders here. There's a 97-mile-an-hour fastball. 0-1 to Lux. Nobody out. Still. Morton comes set, kicks and fires downstairs. 1-1. Radio on steroids. Play-by-play reaction for you here. If you're on the road listening, this radio on steroids. If you're a Dish Network refugee, you found a home. If you're using this as a third screen, sync us up with your TiVo or DVR. Here comes the 1-1 to Lux. And he's going to rip that. This time they pull it for a base hit. Another run will score for the Dodgers. Acuna fires that back in quickly. Maybe the runner did not. I guess Acuna got that in pretty quick. So maybe the bases are loaded. Let's double check that. Let me double check that. Yeah, bases are going to be loaded actually. So Acuna got that in pretty quick. No one was able to score. Mound meeting now. Nobody out. Bases loaded for the Dodgers, who've already got one run in the top of the fourth. Trail by 3. And so Morton's going to have to dig deep. He's not coming out of the game here in the fourth. I don't think we've got the bullpen up yet. We just got 5 runs in the bottom of the third. So we got to shut this down. This rally attempt. Dodgers trying to summon the spirit of Hernando Valenzuela. So they're still talking about it right now. You know, if you're on offense and they take that long, that's really kind of hurts your momentum. McKinstry at bat now. All right, here we go. The pitch. Inside. Media filter. The 1-0 pitch. Oh, that's a ball. 2-0. And it looks like some confusion with Smith and Morton on that. Looks like Morton was looking for one pitch and he got a different pitch, and it did get away from him. Fortunately, it didn't get too far, and the runner could not come in and score. But that was that could be a really bad problem if that happens again. That could be disastrous. Morton steps off the bag. The 2-0. There is a swing and a miss. So 96-mile-an-hour fastball outside, but McKinstry chases that. 2-1 count. I mean, do you give your guys the green light in a situation like that? And he's going to pull that one right to Dansby. Steps on second, on to first. Double play. 1 run does score, but we'll take that. I guess the shift was on. I think that was Dansby hovering over second base there, so he was in the right spot. Yeah, Dansby, in a good position to field that. So that feels better. The Dodgers still have a runner on third. And there's a nice strike from Morton, 0-1 to Barnes. A-Bomb getting ready for a hippie speedball. Yeah, happy birthday. Did you name your son A-Bomb or Bone Crusher? That brushes back Barnes, 1-1. Mondo didn't smoke a cigar when he was born. He smoked a blunt. And that is going to be ground to Dansby. Long throw over to first, and he's safe. Pulls Freeman off the bag, who cannot get the tag. Barnes is limping. Beatty scores. 1-run game. Shit, and... All right, their trainer's going to have to come out and check on the runner. Let's see. People hurt themselves trying to... Yeah, he hurt himself overreaching for first. And I don't know if he just rolled the ankle or what he... Oh, yeah, that hurts. Just watching that ankle bend like that, I'm surprised he was able to put any weight on it. And you're seeing... I don't know if it's any more than usual, but I don't know if they need to do something about those bags hurting people like that. Or if you're the runner, I guess you got to be more careful.
A fantastic angle by any means. Barnes is jogging up the line and right.
Runner umpire review here.
Ronald Acuna Jr. and Ozzie Albies are already like, or two of the outfielders, I should say. It's Acuna and
Let's see the replay. Does Dansby tag him?
But I watched Freddie Freeman's reaction. He didn't react like he tagged him.
Let's see it from the inside or on the replay. Is that a tag on his back foot?
I just can't tell.
Is that a tag? I can't tell.
No, and the laces don't count either.
The timing was there.
Application of the glove.
The nice Olay from Freeman, but I don't know if they'll be able to overturn that. But
any replay I've seen, I can't tell. At Truist Park, they have like the biggest big screen.
So they're still reviewing that.
But I can't see anything.
If he's safe, that run will count. He's out. If they overturn it, it will end the top of the fourth. As it stands, it's a 5-4 game. Braves up by 1. We put up 5 in the bottom of the third. The Dodgers have come roaring back, and they're going to call them safe.
It's the third Atlanta error of the night already. Another unearned Dodger run scores on what would have been the third out of the frame. Barnes is going to stay in the game at first base.
I was hoping to hear a stronger crowd reaction to that call by the umps. So 2 outs, runner on first now. Runner stays in the game. Bad ankle and all. That'll bring up their pitcher. Kershaw batting, takes the ball 1-0. Clayton Kershaw batting .235 on the season. Outside, 2-0.
Morton work. You talked about the quality at bats. That's what pitchers are trying to do as they get back into things hitting this year in the National League.
And there's a strike over the bottom of the strike zone. 2-1. Yeah, you don't want to walk Kershaw here. Getting behind the pitcher, 2-0. And Kershaw pulls that foul, 2-2.
At bat by Barnes. Not only did he drive a run in with the error, but he also cleared the pitcher for next inning. If Kershaw gets out, they have Betts leading off. So nice job by Barnes hustling down the line. Okay, he stayed in the game.
So far, we started the game with a rain delay, but so far been pretty good since then. Swing and a miss. Kershaw goes down, and that will mercifully end the top of the fourth. Dodgers get 3. Braves still lead 5-4. The Braves have had 3 errors on the night. That's really the heart of the problem. And look what the cat just dragged in. Cincinnati crew is in the house. What up, Cincinnati crew? Our D sucked last night too. Oh, how many errors did we have last night? 3 so far tonight.
An F-150 isn't an F-150 because of the name on the tailgate. It's an F-150 because it's built Ford tough.
Has a big natty house.
Built to tow more for the people who count on it. Because they know that brawn
Not drinking any natty ice tonight.
and brawn to get it
And Sports Simulation Show is in the house. Welcome in, Sports Simulation Show.
F-150.
I'm ordering some burritos.
Oh, nice. Burritos? Get a freshly made footlong from Subway instead, with crisp veggies on freshly baked bread.
Thanks, A-Bomb and Bone Crusher. Ha-ha. And yup, every time his birthday comes up, it's another year of Braves. Sup's up. The Braves family. Mondo went into hiding for a while. We thought he fell asleep in his pot farm, but he is returned. You never know what some old fans might pop in. We won't say fans, we'll say friends. Some old Braves friends will pop in that we haven't seen in a while. When I made some changes to my Google account, and I think for some reason it disabled reminders, so all my subscribers' reminders may have gotten turned off. So that, you know, that tells me if Mondo came here, he came here looking for the Bone Crusher show. Not because he was inundated with pop-up messages like these fucking Hardee's ads that keep chasing me. All day, every day, Hardee's. And their stupid new chicken sandwich. Has anyone else seen this commercial? It's like, they you know, it's the... I mean, it's just it's ultra generic. They're like, ooh, the new Hardee's chicken sandwich, and they, you know, give it like a sexy voiceover, and they show someone sticking their fingers right. It's not, I don't know if it's not mayonnaise. It was like salad dressing or something, and they're just like, ugh. You know, so I don't know if it's a lady. It's either a man or a lady with man hands, and they're sticking their fingers right in it. I'm like, that doesn't look good. It's not mayonnaise. You know, what are you putting on that chicken sandwich? I keep saying Sammy Kershaw. I'm thinking of the country singer Clayton Kershaw. Can't believe no one called me out on that. Yeah, I got the refrigerator right behind me, Mark Lane. I can probably pull the TV up a little bit and bring the camera up a little bit here. That'll probably reduce the refrigerator angle.
He's done it twice, 2 other times, so historic inning for Clayton Kershaw, not the way he wanted to remember.
And a good bounce back by the Atlanta Braves after last night.
Heredia batting now. Count is 1-1 to Heredia. In the bottom of the fourth, swing and a miss. You know, if you're at the hospital in California and you're about to have a baby, they don't have the cigar vending machines, they're blunt vending machines. All right, pulled that one foul.
Diet of breaking balls here from Clayton Kershaw. He's ahead of him 1-2. Heredia struggles hitting breaking balls. Whether it's a curveball, that was a slider right there he just got a piece of, but Kershaw throws that same pitch.
1-2 count to Heredia.
He'll get a swing and miss here from
Nobody out, nobody on.
There's a 1-2.
And that curveball drops for a ball.
The thing about a curveball compared to a slider, Adam, is you have a little more time to react.
Yeah, I'm eventually going to change up the studio. I want to maybe take the bedroom or something upstairs, which is pretty big, and turn an area off into a studio. or maybe just get a green screen or something. But I am very aware of how much my background is kind of lacking. But I do have a nice painting from treasurehunt.ga behind me of the Atlanta Braves logo. The 2-2 to Heredia. Check swing. And they're going to ring him up. 5 Ks for Don't Call Me Sammy Kershaw.
This is the slider. I said if he throws it about 3 inches lower, he'll get Heredia to swing at it. And he tries like crazy not to swing, but he clearly goes around Marvin Hudson behind the plate. Nice job calling it. And first out for Clayton Kershaw here in the 4th.
This year, the strikeouts by pitch time.
So 1 out.
Heavy. That's been the case tonight as well. Kevin Smith fouls the first pitch on a fast.
Kevin Smith batting now for the Braves. He fouled that one off. 0-1.
Mentioned that the Braves are seeing another left-handed
Weather buff A-Bomb wants a weather update here in the Panhandle. Fouled back, 0-2. Well, it's muggy and warm.
The last time that the Braves faced for
I have fed the cats at 5 o'clock out front.
Kershaw was one of those starters.
Time to feed the monsters.
For the Dodgers was Rich Hill, who
Don't let the cat bullshit you. He eats well.
last stretch.
The pitch to Smith, way outside, 1-2.
6 and 8 against left-handed starters. Madison Bumgarner was one of those starters against the Braves earlier this year. Asterisk on the no-hitter. It doesn't go down as
The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss.
another
He
slider.
tried to rip it, but couldn't do it. 2 outs. I think that's going to bring up, is that the 9 hole now?
Distinguished accomplishments.
His teammates partied like he was doing no.
We do have a riptide warning in effect here along the Emerald Coast.
Fortunately, as he deals
Double red flags on the beach.
the Diamondbacks have continued to struggle. Left shoulder inflammation.
We got a moderate chop
Bumgarner.
and a
There's Charlie Morton.
temperature of water temperature of 81 degrees.
Losers of 21 of 24.
Here comes the 1-0 to Morton. Way upstairs, 2-0. Kershaw falling behind the catcher. There's 2 outs, so they don't want to play with this guy.
Again today to Milwaukee, a frustrating day for Torey Lovullo and the Diamondbacks dugout.
There's a strike, 2-1. It's going to be just a one. You know, the water temperature might actually be nice enough to swim in. I need to go check it out. Go stick my feet in the Gulf. And Morton is going to get a base hit. He rips that to short left field. Base hit for our pitcher.
Morton's got his 3rd of the season.
So a 2-out hit for our pitcher. That's great. Great news.
He's aboard with 2 outs.
That'll bring up Acuna.
Gets the looks like a slider from Clayton Kershaw. Drops his head. Now if Acuna comes through here,
Yeah, that was a pretty decent hit
Braves fans will be really happy. But I think if you ask Charlie Morton, he'd rather have that ball
for a
gone.
pitcher.
They don't score here, so he doesn't have to run the bases. He can go sit down and relax after a long inning last time.
10 likes. All right. Thanks for the update, A-Bomb, as Acuna takes an outside strike, 0-1.
Acuna started the 2-out rally with a man on
It
base
helps the channel out a lot. We appreciate the likes.
to get aboard. Freeman would deliver an RBI. Albies would deliver
282 on the season with 17 home runs. The 0-1 to Acuna. That's a strike right down the pipe.
2. Feels like it's rare to see him go back-to-back on 2 pitches like that and not swing, but
Oops.
trying to bust out.
I'm confused. If I'm catching right, I'm confused. You threw him a slider, he took it. Threw him a fastball middle in, he took it. So now you're thinking, man, what is he?
0-2 to Acuna. Upstairs.
May have slipped out.
That one got away from Kershaw. 72 miles an hour.
So as a catch,
69 pitches so far for Kershaw.
okay, we're going to attack Ronald Acuna this way, and you throw him a slider, your backdoor slider, thinking, okay, maybe we can get it early out. He takes it. Then you throw a fastball pretty much middle. He takes it. Now you're thinking, man, now what?
Another ball to Acuna.
So I'm thinking if I'm Austin Barnes and I'm Clayton Kershaw, he's looking for a slider in. They've tried backdoor sliders. They've tried breaking ball. A lot of these righties have gotten hits on sliders in off Kershaw. So.
And producer Beth has just posited a cat. What's up, Claw? Don't step on the keyboard. You might turn everything off. And Acuna, big cut and a miss. And he goes down swinging. That will end the Braves' chances there. But the pitcher got a hit. There you go. So Dodgers up next. Braves still lead by 1. And Claw has joined us on the show. What's up, Claw? Anything you want to say? He's got nothing to say. Let's check on the Dogecoin, shall we? And Dogecoin at 37 cents. Let's see what else is happening in crypto land. And we need to watch Bitcoin's at 35,700. So
but we don't do it for fun. We do it for fresh.
it's made a push to 40,000 a couple of times, and it got knocked down, obviously. So keep an eye on Bitcoin. Yeah, we'll check out the other shit coins on the board, and you know, crypto you can trade 24/7. So here are my 2 shit coins. VeChain, that's VET, is at 12 cents, and Harmony's one coin is at 9 cents. Both of those are trading way off their record highs recently before the crash. So VeChain, VET was up to 27 cents before the crash. So, you know, I've certainly bought some more in around the 10-cent mark. And similar story with one. I mean, these are coins that are getting a lot of positive mentions. A lot of people getting into it. VeChain's got a lot of volume. It had more volume than Dogecoin. At least last couple days. BlackBerry is the next stock on Wall Street Best. They're trying to push the price up by a lot of buying. I don't know if it's going to be a short squeeze per se, but they're really hopeful to push that price. It did hit $20 a share on Friday morning, then finished the day at 13. So very risky, very volatile. But if you want to have a little fun, put a little on BlackBerry Monday morning and see what happens. I would do that maybe 15-20 minutes after the stock market opens, because it could actually dip in the morning. All right, let's get back to Atlanta and Truist.
They're off to a good start this weekend against the Cubs. They won the first 2 of that series.
Here on the Bone Crusher Show.
Surprise in baseball? Then the San Francisco Giants?
I don't think so.
Maybe the Twins record the other way?
Yeah.
And Braves on Fox. A lot of Braves fans don't like the Fox announcers. I think they're biased.
Outfield defense has been spectacular. Mookie Betts.
And Mookie Betts, who got hit in the first, is batting now. 1-1 count to Mookie.
Yeah, we'll expect it.
Kevin Gausman, obviously, at the top of that rotation this season. A 1-1 to Mookie Betts.
Swing and a miss on the changeup. Morton still pitching for the Braves. He has 75 pitches so far.
See the Dodgers 2 games back. The Padres.
So if you look at the NL West, the Dodgers at 34-23, a pretty good record, are 3rd place in the West, a game behind the Padres and 2 games behind the Giants. So that looks like a good race out there shaping up. And when the season started, people knew that Padres-Dodgers were going to be something to watch, but it's turned into a 3-way race. And Betts is going to get that one off his knuckles. Ozzie makes a nice defensive play as he shows some fielding range there. He chased that one down and got to Freeman right on the money. One away.
He went a long way to get that ball and throw out Betts.
He starts on the other side of second base. Yes, Mookie Betts gets jammed on this ball. When it leaves the bat, you're thinking, oh, that's a hit. Especially it's spinning away from Albies. And he just races over, perfect throw on the run, and beats the speedy Mookie Betts.
All right, we are going to enjoy a little audio courtesy of Fox. We did this earlier in the game. I thought that was a nice little treat, so let's take a listen in. And you know what, they didn't have it for this game. They have a feature called the 9 Cam, which has the audio without the announcers, and you hear the game. You know, I won't do that, Daybomb. He went out of his way not to listen to the Fox guys, so I won't pipe them in at the moment. Just we'll listen into the game every now and then if there's a big play or something to hear the crowd. But I will not subject y'all to Fox broadcasting announcers. 1-1 to Turner. 2-1. He pulls that foul. 2-2.
Interesting, the last couple innings, Charlie Morton's actually started throwing some changeups, which he hardly ever throws. But he has thrown a few the last couple innings, and he's actually gotten some swings and some awkward swings from Dodgers.
He had come in throwing 18 changeups all year, about 2% of his pitches.
The pitch. He was able to check his swing. Full count to Turner. Nobody on, 1 out, top of the 5th. Braves up by 1. Dodgers at bat. The pitch to Turner. Outside, ball 4. So 1 on, 1 out now for the Dodgers. And Morton's hanging on for dear life. Morton probably feels the way DOGE coin holders feel. It's like the wheels could come off at any moment. You're just hanging on for dear life, hoping not to wake up in financial ruins. And all you got to do is go over to that Wall Street Bets page on Reddit and read some of the horror stories, the sob stories of people who gambled and lost. That'll scare you straight. That's fouled off 0-1. There's one dude I read today, he had lost $8,000, and it didn't sound like the first time he'd screwed up. And his wife packed her bags, took the kids, and went to mom's house. He's like, man, I got to go get a real job now. Unless anyone knows, so I can make $8,000 by Tuesday or something. They're addicted. The 0-1 outside. 0-2. Nope. That's going to be a ball. 1-1. My bad. To Bellinger. There's plenty of horror stories over on Wall Street Bets. So you got to be careful. I'm not chasing the market anymore. I think I just stay so close to it and on top of it. And there's a strike. 1-2 to Bellinger as Luke Jackson warms up. And by the time you hear a story on the 5 o'clock news about the hottest stock, it's too late. You're late. 1-2 is outside. So runner on first, 1 out. The number 3 batter, Bellinger. And the wave is broken out in Truist. A-Bon's been down to the park a couple hours today. Bellinger pulls that one. Ozzie to second. And again, Swanson does not try to complete the double play. That was just probably too much to ask right there. But they get the runner at second, the leading lady. So 2 away with the runner on first. Baybomb went to the park for a while, had to seek shelter from the rain for 15 minutes. Little turtle Sunday at the Brewsters by the park. That does sound like a lovely day. Saturday in the park with some ice cream. The man selling ice cream. Swing and a miss. Chase the outside pitch. 0-1 to Taylor. Taylor's batting .284 this season with 7 home runs and 31 RBIs. 1-2 for the night. Single in the 4th and a run. Throw to first, not in time. Bellinger has stolen a base in the game, and he may try to test our catcher Smith yet again. And that wave is still kicking at Truist. Maybe we'll get some audio of the wave. The 0-1. That looked like a strike, but they called it a ball. That was a strike. Bad call by the ump. Let's listen in and see if we can hear some of the wave going on.
We need that pitch.
1-1. Taylor late. Kind of a half-hearted swing on that fastball, and a chance for Charlie Morton to get out of this fifth with the lead intact.
Well, maybe the wave has stopped. And the 1-2. Down low. And DOGE up to 37-3. High and tight, full count to Taylor. Little Chicago reference. Saturday in the Park by Chicago. The Chicago Transit Authority. That is a classic right there. And that's going to strike out Taylor. Caught looking. Ends the top of the 5th. Morton shuts him down. Braves still up by 1. Freeman, Ozzie, and Austin O'Reilly Auto Parts coming up to bat. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more play-by-play reaction. The Bone Crusher Show, Saturday Night Baseball, and it is sponsored by treasurehunt.ga. Go click on Sports Fans and get you some swag.
times this week. Nothing to show for it a few times. Little dribbler against the ship. Welcome to baseball. This is how it happens sometimes.
It's not about the exit velocity all the time. Sometimes it's about placement.
Yep.
And I told you his last at bat, he got that hit, and
Yep.
it might be the thing that gets him going. And now look how happy Freddie is. He's so happy all of a sudden with a ball exit velocity of about 40 miles an hour.
And now Ozzie Albies, who had one of the big knocks in that third inning, a 2-run double, will take a ball. Last 5 games, including tonight.
And we are back.
He's trying to make it 5
Trying to make a
straight
drive to the men's
multi-
room. And Freddie Freeman found his way on base. Check that out. Twice in one day. Ozzie pops that one up. Right fielder's going to have that for 1 out. So Freeman on first, 1 out. Braves up by 1. It's the Bone Crusher Show, Saturday Night Baseball. Welcome in, everybody. Hope you're having a good weekend. A-Bomb's on treasurehunt.ga right now. Well, there's lots of stuff to pick from there. You can click on the Sports Fans link and get swag there. There's also some original artwork and a lot of gifts for the lady in your life. Clothing, jewelry. I know in the sports section there's some interesting Hawks playing cards. Since the Hawks are in the playoffs, I remembered that the Hawks, it's like some playing cards from the 90s. They're just like a deck of playing cards, I believe, but cool little things like that as Austin Riley takes a big swing, comes up empty on the 1-0. You got a lot of living to do. And A-Bomb's Day in the Park, sponsored by Flomax. Guess who wasn't stuck in the bathroom? Throw over to first. Sort of, just a little lollipop over to first. Clayton Kershaw still in the game. Riley's 2 for 2 on the night. He's been crushing them. Austin Riley absolutely been on a tear. And he pops that one straight up and out of play. 1-2 to Austin Riley. You know, if the Braves can just play around 500 baseball, maybe a little bit better than that for the rest, you know, through the All-Star break and just be there. The 1-2 to Austin Riley is in the dirt. He did not check his swing, so that's a strikeout. Down goes Riley. That was ugly. But if we're just there towards the end of the season, you know, it's not about who's hot now. It's about who's the hottest team, who's the best team at the playoff time. So all we got to do is just make the playoffs and be hot at the right time and hope it all comes together. So, you know, at some time the Braves are going to heat up and it's all going to start coming together. And will the timing be right or will it be too late? Swanson now, he takes a ball inside. Dansby batting .239 on the season. And that's going to be pulled. Chopper, and we're going to throw out Dansby at first to end the Braves' top of the 5th efforts. Dodgers batting next. Okay, guys. We got a close game here. Obviously, the Braves really need this one. We're 5-5 the last 10 games, so could be worse. Could be worse. All right, let's go check on our cryptos and shit coins and stuff. I think we've really covered everything so far tonight. I don't think we have any really anything else to touch on for cryptos and stocks that we're involved in. But if you have any comments or questions, I'd say if you haven't done it yet, but you're kind of interested in it, now's a great time to go ahead and get your Webull account or your Robinhood account. Get ready, like watch some, make a little sports montage, of you training on your fantasy app, getting ready for the next bull cycle. That's what time it is now in the market. I mean, I'm having a hard time being patient and waiting. But Warren Buffett said, the winner in the stock markets is who's the most patient. It's a game of the patient taking money away from the impatient. So we're going to probably see things dip next week. So just hang tight, roll with the dips. You can buy a little bit more if you want on the dips, but just hold on and wait for that next bull cycle, and we'll be back into making some big bucks. That's the plan. I can't wait. I mean, I'm a 47-year-old dude with a shitty 401k. No retirement, really to speak of in sight. But in the last month and a half, I guess it was mid-April when I first started buying crypto. And the difference it has made. I'm up over 50% since then. Made a lot of mistakes, but the crowdsourcing on Reddit and YouTube, and those guys have really made the difference. And just staying glued to it. I work from home, kind of set my own hours. If I need to stop and focus on the market, if things start heating up, I have that option, and that's allowed me to stay right on top of things and not chase the market. All right, coming back to Truist in the ATL. Look at all these white people at the game. The Braves moved out of South Atlanta. What a horrible spot that was to go see a game. It's just so out of the way to go down to South Atlanta. The parking was a nightmare. MARTA didn't even run there for shit. That was horrible. And went on like that for decades. Got AJ Minter in the game now. 1-0 count to Pollock. Pollock batting .265 with 18 RBIs. Now the Braves Stadium, I don't know if I'd call it a neighborhood stadium, but it's certainly closer to the people who are going to go to the game. Most of the season ticket holders were, what is that, Cobb County or something? Were from that side of town. And there was nothing to do in South Atlanta. If the game went late and you got out of there and you had to walk to your car, it was dangerous. MARTA there's no direct routes to the stadium. The 1-1 to Pollock upstairs. 97 miles an hour from Minter. I still think Minter could eventually become a closer. Seeing him in the sixth inning is kind of surprising. I kind of envisioned it, he was more as the setup guy for the Braves last year. Three and one, so Minter having a little trouble getting control. Here in the top of the sixth, Braves up by 1. Just sit back, relax, a little Braves and Dodgers tonight on the Bone Crusher Show. The 3-1 pitch. And there's a fastball in there. Full count. And when this game is over, it started late because of rain delay. I'm going to be like up at Hardee's after all at 11:59 in the drive-thru. Are you still open? While our moderator's freaking getting some, like Outback to go or something really good, And I haven't had like a prime rib steak and without jus sauce and horseradish in a long time, man. I need to. If I make a killing on the Doge, I'm going to treat myself to some Outback. Full count, the pitch. And that's going to be a blooper to center for a base hit off the knuckles. Pollock finds a way to get on base there. Not a good-looking hit. Off the knuckles, and he fights it off to get a base hit. Adventures in parking at the old, we had Fulco in virtually the same spot as the Ted. I'm glad the Braves. I haven't been to the new park, but I'm glad the Braves are out of there. Those just never was a good spot. You could not really have fun. 0-1. Minter paints the corner with some gas. Pujols, look at that gut hanging out. Albert Pujols, future Hall of Famer, twilight of his career. That's going to be a shallow blooper or a shallow pop-up. Swanson has that for the first out. Runner stays at first. Yeah, I mean, you want parking at the old Braves place. You would end up parking in someone's yard, and you paid them just to park in their yard, and you probably paid them a little extra, and hopefully, no one would damage your car. Because if you didn't pay him well, when you get back to your car. There's no places to eat near the stadium. There was like a Taco Bell near this old stadium. There's a strike to Pujols, 0-1. Yeah, if you had a house over there and you were renting out your yard for parking, and now the Braves are gone, that probably is, that took a big hit to your pay. Probably, made a good chunk of your living off that parking. Swing and a miss from Pujols. Oh, and 2 count. Pujols batting .203. Is this his last year? The 0-2 to Albert, way outside, 1-2. Albert Pujols at bat. His career flashing right before your eyes. The 1-2 pitch. Minter kicks and fires in there for a 97-mile-an-hour strike, and down goes Albert Pujols. 2 outs with a runner on first. And look what the cat dragged in. Sergeant Gibby. A new player is entered. Welcome aboard, brother. Better late than never. So I tell my boss, better late than not at all. So welcome in. We got a good game going on here in Atlanta. The Braves up by 1. Minter is dealing. You know, as the announcers get to see Albert Pujols, you know, perhaps from last season, they all kind of reminisce, tell stories. It's like the Albert Pujols World Tour. You know, he was a great player for many, many years. Batting about 200 now. Where else can you have 5-gallon bucket drumming at its finest? The bucket brigade at the stadium. That caught the corner, 1-2. So 2 outs, runner on first. Count is 1-2. Minter trying to take care of business here in the top of the 6th. The pitch, swing and a miss. Down goes Barnes. Nice inside fastball. And that'll end things for the Dodgers. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. All right, let's get down to the dugout. See what you bastards are up to. Yeah, Albert's gotten a little fatter over the years. You're right, A-Bomb. He looks like maybe a softball player right now. 8 in the house. Welcome aboard. Make sure you crush the like, murder the sub. We do Braves play-by-play reaction, and we also give you some updates on crypto. That's, you know, during the pandemic, without any sports going on, stocks and crypto became the new sports betting. I think that kind of accelerated its place on the landscape, and now more and more people are getting into it, taking their money out of the bank accounts. Just, you know, your money's sitting in a bank account, not doing anything. I was just looking for something to do with the money in the bank. I was all loaded up from stimulus money, and you know, seeing like a 0.7% annual return. I was like, well, do I want to open up an IRA? You know, let me look at the money market accounts that are available on E-Trade, or let me look at some mutual funds. And I don't know, I just haven't had much luck with the S&P 500 index mutual funds. The last maybe 6 years, the index, if you look at it, has really done very well. But for 15 fucking years, I sat there just watching it break even after 15 years. And I was like, and now my 401k this is shit. You know, it's still sitting there, and the index has gotten better, but it just isn't enough. I'm not gonna be able to retire off of that. You know, if you're a 50, 60-year-old guy with 50 grand in the bank, you're just some guy with 50 grand in the bank. You ain't retiring off 50 grand. So I'm trying to make up for lost time, chasing down cryptos and stocks and stuff. And hey, I'm having a lot of fun. I'm up 50%, and I just hope it keeps on coming on. Yeah, you know, I could just keep getting those kind of returns. You know, I mean, the last 2 months have been life-changing. I mean, I was perpetually broke for a decade. All right, we are back to Truist. Bottom of the 6th, Adrianza takes the ball 1-0. All right. Shows bunt, but takes that for a strike. 1-1 to Adrianza. Let me bring the dugout here on my phone so I can keep up with you guys better. Time to step up Gibby. Destroy the Phillies, get payback on the Marlins. That's upstairs to Adrianza, 2-1. I'm all about revenge, Gibby. Hell yeah. 9 likes. Thank you very much. The 2-1 pitch. Adrianza fouls that off himself. 2-2. Walk it off. Getting some Ozuna updates there. And that's going to hit right back up the middle. The shortstop is able to corral it. It bounced off him once, but he kept it in front of him. And down goes Adrianza. Saturday Night Baseball, welcome in our game of the week. Dodgers and Braves. And we're also keeping you updated on the price of Dogecoin. Any Dogecoin holders in the house? Any Dogecoin army people here? You got a Biden phone? Well, the last administration was elected. I was told I was replacing my Obama phones with alarm clocks, but all I got was a new phone. No, I am watching this on a Samsung Galaxy. I'm watching the chat room on the Galaxy. Well, yeah, you're right, Gibby. I mean, every time this season we have to hold our breath with the... I mean, God, last year it seemed like we had a great bullpen. And that's going to be pulled right at the shortstop. And that is out. Heredia goes down there. 2 away. All right, let's get a subscriber check on our march to 1,000. I think we're back up to 463. Our newest subscriber, Sports Simulation Show. Thank you very much for the sub, Sports Simulation Show. And Smith takes a strike, 0-1. Close game here in the bottom of the 6th. That's a ball, 1-1 to Smith, our catcher. Kershaw still in the game, pitch count at 92. And Smith golfs that one foul. Bullpen up for the Dodgers. That's low, 2-2. A-Bomb, I think I told you that our friend Chris Davies got a horse. Who would let this guy get a horse? I mean, he used to drive his lawnmower in the house. I know he's going to try to ride that horse in the house. Swing and a miss. Down goes Smith, and that will end the 6th for the Braves. Nothing doing there. It's 5-4. As we head to the 7th, welcome into the Bone Crusher Show. Saturday Night Baseball, game of the week. Braves, Dodgers. Come for the baseball. Stay for the crypto. Let's get a check. Oh, it looks like I had the crypto board up the whole time. There we go. That's the screen I meant to have up. The Dogecoin at 37 cents. Let's take a look at Bitcoin, or Bitcoin and Ethereum. Let me get that up real quick on the screen while we're in a break here. All right, Bitcoin trading at 36,000. That's up a little bit. We are expecting it to take some more hits this week. And let's see what we can do about the Ethereum. Ethereum, sorry, that doesn't look very clear, but 2,600. And boy, Ethereum is something that people seem to be loading up on right now. There's been a lot of whales buying Ethereum. We follow the whale tracker on Twitter. People are longing Ethereum, so we don't know why necessarily, but that might we get into that bull cycle, all that Ethereum might really take off. I mean, Bitcoin's going to be around, but it's going to contend Bitcoin. And the Ethereum guys are talking about hooking up with Dogecoin. So if that happens, that would be a big play. But we could potentially see Bitcoin drop below 30,000 in about a week. We'll know more later tonight. But if you're a long-term holder, if you're just putting your money into some crypto and just going to wait a couple years, just hold. Just hold. If you want to day trade or swing trade it, that's up to you. I've thought about maybe selling all my Doge if it spikes again, and then buying it all back on the dip, and that would be a savvy move, but that's a dangerous game. All right, we're coming back to Truist here. Luke Jackson is pitching now, and he's going to throw a strike there. Braves cling to a 1-run lead. As pinch hitter Tutsugao, the Japanese player. I heard the announcer say his name, but I wasn't paying attention. Yushi Sasugo. Well, Minter did well for us in the 6th. Keep things shut down. Now let's see if Luke Jackson can keep it going for the Braves bullpen tonight. And that's going to be hit right at Freeman, who stabs it for the out. Luke is due. Good. You might be right about that. I want to see Luke Jackson have a walk-off homer. I don't know why that keeps popping in my head. Maybe that's going to happen one game this year. It'll be a weird situation where we see Luke Jackson batting. Four errors? I knew we had 3. I didn't realize we had a 4th error. Jeez, we were really sucking it up on defense tonight. And as Abon mentioned, we had some defensive issues last night as well. Oh, that gets past Riley. He thought it was in his glove. I don't know if that's going to be an error on Riley. Yeah, I think they are going to call that an error. I mean, it was a rocket. It got it between his legs. Yeah. A rare error on Riley. One out. Dodgers got a runner on first now. down by 1 here in the top of the 7th. Hang on for dear life, Braves fans. We'll celebrate with a chicken sandwich from Hardee's. Throw over to first. Not in time. It's a pretty good move over to first. Damn, 2 errors by Riley tonight. So 2 errors by Riley and 2 errors by our starting pitcher, Charlie Morton. The 1-0 to Turner. It's a ball 2-0. The double play would be very on point right now, guys. You're right. I don't think the stream ever did work over at Twitch. It was supposed to be on Twitch, but maybe I'm supposed to go to Twitch and click on something. (2-0). Turner's going to pop that one up. Heredia has that. 2 outs. Runner stays at first. All right. Well, let's check the weather. A-Bomb was curious about the forecast here, Northwest Florida. And there's going to be a mound meeting, Snicker, and there goes Jackson. Well, that's kind of surprising. So it's just a righty-lefty change there. So we are in a break. Great time to check on the forecast. Currently in Panama City Beach in Upper Grand Lagoon, Florida, 78 degrees under partly cloudy sky. Humidity is 73%. The UV index today at 3, not too bad. Let's see what the forecast is going to be then. But first, a shitty ad. Well, I never use my phone for weather forecasts. At least it wasn't a Hardee's ad. All right, here we go. Low in the upper 70s tonight. Man, the weather we were having for a while, you know, I could leave the windows open at night, but those days are over, I guess. As we'll have highs in the mid-80s for the next few days and lows in the mid-70s. Rain moving in tomorrow, Monday, and Tuesday. The riptide warning is no longer in effect. We're at green flags along the Emerald Coast. Yeah, the weather is never... yeah, I mean, the summers get so humid here, but it gets hotter in middle Georgia than it does down here. I think being around the coast keeps us a little bit cooler, but it does get muggier in the summer. It gets really brutal, but not complaining. That's, you know, it's the way it goes. I mean, the winters here are very mild. It does get cold, but snow, nope. And we could talk weather for hours. I think I'm going to get up early tomorrow and go meet with the 6 a.m. gang at Hardee's. All the old guys having their coffee and hash browns. I don't know if you've ever been to Hardee's on a weekend morning, that pre-church crowd. The old men sitting there jabbing away. Summertime destination. Come on vacation. Leave on probation. A-Bomb says he's going to make a visit to the Panhandle. That's an excellent idea. We'll get Chris Davies' horse and some shrooms. I mean, I've mowed the yard with his lawnmower on shrooms, but now I want to get on his horse. Go fuck some shit up. Chris Davies is the last guy in the world you want to give a horse to. All right, we are back, and our new pitcher is Matzik. That's fouled off, 1-2. So 1 on, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Braves up by 1. Welcome aboard, everyone, to the Bone Crusher Show Saturday Night Baseball. We got a good one tonight, 5-4. A good one in that it's a close game. The Braves have had 4 errors tonight. Unbelievable. Just a little bit low. 97 miles an hour from Matzek. Counts 2-1 to Bellinger. Braves cling to a 1-run lead. And the pitch just a little low again. 3-1. Crucial situation for the Braves. Yeah, I don't know if he's riding the horse. Oh, they call that a ball, and that's going to be a walk. Shit, 1st and 2nd for the Dodgers with 2 outs. Actually, his girlfriend, I guess it's really more her horse, and they ended up, I guess, putting in some sort of stable kind of thing down in Perry. So the horse gets to go out and play and have a great time. I'm sure it's expensive. I mean, I don't know what you're doing with your stimulus money, but buying horses and paying barns and stables seems like a bad investment. I don't know, a horse might be an okay investment, I suppose, but I've seen some video of it. It's a huge beast. It's a beautiful steed. Actually, I don't remember the kind of horse it is, you know, like a Kentucky Gray Walker or whatever those names are for horses. And there is a strike to Taylor from Matzek, 0-1. But Chris is he's always drunk, raging alcoholic, doesn't need a horse. He's in the George Jones, that thing, man. Wind up in the Perry Gazette. The 0-1. Nice fastball. 0-2. You know Chris is going to get drunk, be like, come on, let's go down to Perry, get my horse. I want to ride my horse. Ride that around the suburbs, around the neighborhood. 0-2 pitch. Crowd wants it right here. Swing and a miss. Matzek shuts him down. Oh, I was going to try to get the audio up from the game, but not in time. Crowd sounded pretty electric there. Braves get that jam. That's good news for Atlanta as we hold to a 1-run lead. Tonight's play-by-play reaction is sponsored by treasurehunt.ga. If you go to that page, you can click on Sports Fans for some cool sports swag. I think we got some Hawks stuff in there, some collectibles. And if you look in the description of the video, there's a couple links to a pair of Kansas Jayhawks sunglasses, and we got a Seattle Mariners swag. All right, Braves coming up to bat next. We'll be right back on the Bone Crusher Show. Don't touch that dial. Don't even get up, go to the bathroom. Stay in your seats. right, here's what you do Monday morning, 9:45 Eastern Time. You buy BlackBerry stock. You set a limit sell order to $18.88, and then you hang on for dear life. And we're back. Saturday Night Baseball Bone Crusher Show. Play-by-play reaction. We got our moderator, A-Bomb, cracking skulls down in the chat box, so make sure you say hi to everybody down there. Mark Lane's in the house. Most horse movies are bad. Almonte, the batter in the 9-hole pinch hitter. Abraham Del Monte, batting 125. Yeah, I can't think of a good horse movie. The 1-0. There were I guess the last big horse movie was Seabiscuit. I can't think of a big horse movie since Seabiscuit. And the riding scenes on that are really bad. You can tell that they're not on a horse, that they're on some sort of like piece of furniture or something. The 2-0 pitch to Almonte. That's a strike. Bottom of the 7th, Braves up 5-4. Nobody out, nobody on. Acuna on deck. And I can't name a good horse movie. I mean, did anybody remember those scenes from Seabiscuit that were those horse riding scenes that were so fake and phony? That was stupid. Almonte gets a hold of it. The outfielder is retreating, and it is gone! Right in front of the silver bullet sign. Almonte Del Monte goes deep. There's a solo job, 6-4 Atlanta. And let's try to listen in. Oh, we already missed the cheering. There's a little live audio from the stadium.
His first home run since September of 2019, and that earns you a panda hug.
All right, Almonte waking up the fans at Truist.
First pitch swinging, and
Acuna with a base hit.
The Braves are feeling it right now, up 2 and a man on with nobody out in the bottom of the 7th.
All right.
19th career home run for Abraham Almonte.
I mentioned he'd thrown him nothing but cutters.
All right, Braves get something cooking here.
Almonte beats it to the spot.
We need some breathing room for sure. Welcome into the dugout, Juan Beck. Black Beauty. Was that a good horse movie? Black Beauty. Let me look that up, see if I remember it. Certainly sounds like something I've seen. As Freddie Freeman steps in, throw to first, not in time. Let's see, there was a 2020 film and a 1994 film. You probably, I imagine you're talking about the 1994 film, Black Beauty. Yeah, throw over to first again, not in time. Testing Acuna over at first.
Just watch him take his lead. The crowd's excited. He's excited. He just got a hit, home run to lead off the inning.
It got a 6.6 on IMB out of 10. The 1994 film Black Beauty. Based on the Anna Sewell novel. Outside, Freeman takes that for a ball, 1-0. I don't remember if I've seen that movie. I'll have to watch it again. A 6.6 is not a great IMB score, but if you're into horses, and Acuna takes off, and he is safe. Stolen base, Ronald Acuna Jr., and he is amped. Still nobody out. Runner on second. Great jump by Acuna after 2 throws in a row over to first. Acuna does not hesitate. He says there's no way they're going to throw over again, and he was in by a country mile. The crowd is cheering Freddie. That's inside. 3-0 count to Freddie Freeman. There's going to be a mound meeting here. The catcher comes out, and you get. I say you put the red light on Freeman here. Make him throw a strike right here.
See Austin Barnes look at his quarterback wristband. That's a signs. What sign are we using? There's what Lux is in there to hear what sign they're using. Relay it. Shortstops will relay it to third baseman.
And they're going to talk this over. All right, that meeting is over. And the chop is broken out in Atlanta.
Last 3 appearances for the Dodgers, so Dave Roberts would really like to see him get out.
Dogecoin at 34, or check it, Dogecoin at 37.4. All right, about to get underway here. Do you give Freeman the green light? I say no. In the dirt, ball 4. So 2 on, nobody out. Potentially an explosive inning coming up for the Braves.
2 aboard. 1 already across on the leadoff home run from Almonte. And now Albies.
Now, I don't know what I can do to get this Twitch thing working. We're using Restream to go to YouTube and Twitch, but Twitch doesn't seem to be working. We're going to see if we can correct that real quick. Well, I guess it is working. Yeah. So yeah, we are. A shout out to our listeners and viewers on Twitch tonight. Sorry, I didn't give you any props earlier. I didn't think that was working right, but we do have some viewers on Twitch tonight, so glad to have you aboard. Primarily, we're on YouTube, so if you want to subscribe, I would recommend subscribing to our YouTube channel. Tonight was sort of a test stream to Twitch. Braves 6, Dodgers 4, bottom of the 7th, 2 on, nobody out. Ozzie Albies at the plate. 1-0 pitch coming up. And do crush the like. Yes, thank you, A-Bomb. And a fake throw over to second.
Much like the bats earlier, where he had kind of gotten them a little bit off kilter. Now it's Acuna's turn. He already stole second. Trying to nose, hey, there's a chance he steals third. You don't want him on third with no outs.
Ozzie batting in the 3-hole tonight. Swing and a miss. I guess that's pretty much where he's been for a vast majority of the season. I'd like to see Freeman batting third. You know, Ozzie could be the second at bat. I guess Braves are just determined no matter where Acuna bats in the lineup, they're going to put Freeman right behind him, I guess. The 1-1. Oh. Ozzie swings at that one, which was in the dirt. 1-2.
Ozzie Albies on one of the team-friendliest contracts in all of baseball. Really cut down on his strikeouts this year.
Bottom of the 7th. From Atlanta, Georgia. Sorry, game of the week on the Bone Crusher Show. Here comes the 1-2 to Ozzie. Swing and a miss at the high heater. He strikes out. 1 out. We are 2 hours and 48 minutes into this broadcast here on the Bone Crusher Show. Make sure you smash the like. Hit the subscribe button if you want more Braves play-by-play reaction, as well as crypto updates. All right. Heavy lumber steps in for the Atlanta Braves. Austin Riley batting cleanup lately for the Braves. He's had a big bat lately. Chance for the Braves to unload here on the Dodgers. The pitch. Runners trying to steal third. Acuna just swiped third base. And he is jacked. And that was a double steal. So double play is off the table. Wow. Nobody was holding him back at second. So he had a Acuna had no one to hold him on second. So easily stole third. So that's going to pressure the LA defenses. And Riley, good eye there. Does not chase the slider outside. Something he had problems with for a long time. If you're not going to hold Acuna at second, he's going to steal third. So that forces the Dodger defense a little bit. Who are playing up now. They're trying to keep the run from scoring. So defense up. Riley swings and misses. This time he does chase the slider. 1-2. Riley 2 for 3 on the night.
It's easier said than done to get a 100-mile-an-hour sinker, 95-mile-an-hour cutter elevated, but you've got to fight to get a ball elevated that you can get through the infield. The myth in all this is the fact that
Riley's going to step out of the box for a sec, adjust his gear.
3 straight balls out of the strike zone, struck out for the first out.
All right. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Oh, he chases it again. Down goes Riley. All right, Trinan with 2 Ks. Trying to get out of this jam for the Dodgers. So that's going to bring up Swanson, I believe. Coffee and bong hits. A-Bomb's drinking coffee, probably crushing some dirt, doing bong hits. It's Saturday night. Hell yeah. All right, here comes Dansby Swanson with 2 outs. Good eye there. Doesn't chase the slider. 1-0. Dansby, hungry man, Swanson dinners. Pitcher steps off the rubber.
That's what Little League coaches used to tell me. You don't look like a hitter, but you look hitterish.
Well, you want to look hitterish in the major leagues. If you step in there and you look like you can hit, that's half the battle.
Well, Swanson's kind of feeling it as of late. Even when you listen to him in some of the post-game press conferences, he just sounds like a confident hitter right now.
The pitch to Swanson. Another slider out there. So a lot of sliders. Braves should be picking up on that pretty quick. 13 months, no booze. Congratulations, A-Bomb. He's put his health, forefront. All the 10,000 steps, the only water drink diet. I don't know what other strides he has made in his personal health routine. I know he's been playing a little basketball, was in a 5K. And after my minor surgery on Wednesday, I'm going to be shutting everything down for 2 to 4 weeks. And when I come back, I am going to be focused like a laser beam. I'm going to get in badass shape. 3-0 to Swanson. Ball 4, bases loaded for the Braves. I'm going to go down to the GNC, get some testosterone booster, Eat some creatine. There's going to be a mound meeting here.
While we have a moment, a quick word from Expedia.
All right. It's not going to be a call to the bullpen. They're just going to talk it over.
Talking things over with Blake Trinan and company. A leadoff pinch hit solo home run by Abraham Almonte. The only run not scored with 2 outs tonight for the Atlanta Braves. An Acuna single and a steal. A walk.
Adrianza batting next. 2 career grand slams. We would love to see a granny here.
Including one earlier this year, a pinch hit grand slam against the Pittsburgh Pirates in a 20-1 victory.
The Braves lead the league in grand slams this season with 7. Dodgers have 5 and the White Sox have a few.
They've gotten them all season long. First one to Adrianza.
Adrianza hits that right back to the to the pitcher, who throws him out at first, and that will end it for the Braves. Fuck. Going to the 8th, Pollock, Lux, and Albert Pujols batting next for the Dodgers. Braves did pick up 1 on the Del Monte home run.
Shouldn't something, whack?
Let's see, Dogecoin at 37 cents tonight. Don't be surprised if it dips a bit for the next week. So just hold on tight to that. Now, you won't find these cryptos on Robinhood, but I went to Binance, the Binance US webpage, and had to sign up for that. Man, it's like I've got 3 different fucking online brokerage accounts because they all can't do what I need, you know. I mean, Robinhood, it's a pretty good entry-level app. I do like it, and they're going to add some features to crypto eventually, so you can set stop-loss orders and stuff. But they don't have VeChain, the VET you see on their screen, or the One. Those are kind of like, you know, I don't know if they're going to be the next Dogecoin, but they might be. You know, I took a look at them. I had some recommendations. I'm really going to zero in on the VeChain, the VET. I got at Binance. That was trading at up to 27 cents before the crypto crash, and it will get back there. It's forecasted to get to maybe a price of $4 or $5 in the next few years. So at 12 cents now, that seems like a steal. I am not a financial advisor, and Harmony's one coin at 9 cents. That was trading at about 17 cents, I think, in the last bull run. So those 2 ones, if you're looking for a cheap coin, those are the 2 cheap ones I'm trying on Binance to maybe, you know, in a few years, maybe that'll really rack up some money. But there's a lot of shit coins to choose. I wouldn't rush into buying anything. You got time right now. I would follow these different subreddits. That's a great place to keep up with things. Find some YouTubers that really you like. That, you know, listen to the different YouTubers, see who's full of shit. And I found a couple that I like that seem to give me really good information that kind of speak my language. All right, 8th inning coming up. And Monday, you want to have some fun, grab some of that BlackBerry stock Monday morning and see what happens. That's just for fun, though. It could go up to 20. It could go down to 7. It's going to do something. It's not going to sit there. It's going to be fun to watch. It could get ugly. I don't know. The hedge funds don't want it to go up, so it's going to be a battle Monday morning. All right, we're back to action at Truist. Morton is the pitcher for the Braves. And the first pitch is foul. 0-1. So the all water and no other liquid diet. It was only lasted a few weeks. I've always complained about water being too bland, but everyone I talked to that started drinking water, that they drink a lot of sodas or whatever, and they finally went on maybe a water kick, that they said they crave it now. They're almost addicted to water. I mean, if I smoke a bong and then drink water, it doesn't do it. It doesn't cut through the cotton mouth. 0-1 pitch. Oh, that hits him. Not what we needed. So they hit Pollock, plunked him on the back of the elbow, and 1 on with nobody out for the Dodgers. So we just keep shooting ourselves in the foot here. Back on the coffee, though. Oh, you got a Keurig, the Keurig cup thing. Going nuts on the K-cups. Yeah, you can have a lot of fun with those. So A-Bomb's doing the K-cups. We got a coffee grinder recently, and so I'm having a lot of fun looking for whole beans, and tell you, the aroma of grinding your own coffee is just a notch up. It's just so much, so a little enhancement there to your experience. All right, the pitch to Lux is fouled off 0-1. There's usually maybe 1 or 2 whole beans you'll find in the grocery store. I don't know if they were at Walmart, but it's it's a Walmart brand. I don't know if they always have it in the store, but we got it for the grocery delivery. The Walmart, I think it's like that's Martin files that one off 0-2. What is that called? Like Sam's 501 or something? Some sort of gourmet line of whole bean coffee from Walmart. But it's only like $5 for a bag of it, which isn't bad for some whole bean coffee, I guess. So that was actually pretty good. This time we tried some Starbucks whole bean. It's nice. The 0-2. And Lux is going to pop that one out to the left. So that's out number 1. Runner does not advance.
Back to first goes A.J. Pollock, and that'll bring up Albert Pujols.
Use the Kroger brand donut shop K-Cups. Now, aren't there some K-Cups or like a reusable cup? I think my boss at work, he just takes regular coffee grounds and puts it into a K-Cup container and makes his cups of coffee that way. Albert Pujols, batting .202 with 8 home runs, 22 RBIs. Instant Hall of Famer when he's eligible, I'm sure. In the twilight of his career. Fouls that one off.
And obviously tonight, LA's bench a little shorter because Max Muncy, who would typically be in the starting lineup, was out.
I wonder how much steroids were going on in the peak of his career. I mean, back then, I imagine the league has cut back on the steroids. I really don't know for sure. I think they've had to. I don't know if they've changed the... I think they made the rules stricter with the Players Association. That's popped up to center. But back then, it seemed like everybody was on steroids. And that gives you such a huge edge competing, whether you're whatever sport it is. Baseball, football, track, basketball, whatever it is, steroids will give you a great advantage. It gives you another gear. I mean, maybe we could have an all-steroids league. It's kind of like race cars. They're testing what the car can do. They're constantly making it better and faster. And the technology and what they learn it trickles down to the cars we drive. So whatever sports science can figure out, I'm all for it. I think if you look at a 50-year-old man today opposed to 20, 30 years ago, It's a big difference. You know, at least somebody who wants to be athletic and follow sports science and be in shape and be nutritional. We're not drinking, you know, raw eggs in the morning like Rocky. You know, that's not really the worst thing you could do. Now they're going to talk about this, a little mound meeting. I'll have to break that up. Martin Smith done chatting. They're going to get back to pitching to Barnes.
Just another argument for the universal DH, right?
I don't have a K-cup, but that's not a bad idea because I do drink a lot of coffee too. At least a couple cups in the morning. Then we'll make another pot of coffee shortly after lunch. Swing and a miss. 2-1 to Barnes.
And I get the strategic side of the National League. You got to know when to use your guys, and Dave Roberts is one of the best at it with a deep bench. But with Muncy down, and then
I like chock full of nuts. You know, I'll drink Folgers or, you know, the big name brand ones too.
get those advantages anymore.
Morton comes home.
Swing and a miss again. 2-2. It hasn't been smooth sailing, but the Atlanta relievers getting the job done so far. Done enough anyway. 6-4.
He's on my mind.
A strikeout on Martin's mind here. 2-run game, a 2-2 pitch with
The 2-2. Hit foul. 1 on, 2 outs, top of the 8th. Braves up by just 2. Martin comes set, kicks and fires. Slow chopper foul. Slow roller there. Big swing, very little result.
There is Will Smith on deck if need be to pinch hit in the 9th spot.
Now, I like drinking coffee at night too. In fact, I had a couple cups of coffee right before the game. 9 likes. Thank you very much. I appreciate the likes, y'all.
Barnes the tying run in the 8th. Chris Martin with 6
Martin steps off the rubber.
until allowing a run the other day to the Nationals. Another chance to get
And this is not a MAGA hat that I'm wearing. This is a ESPN hat. I don't know if you can tell. And that's to be a grounder right at Swanson. It takes a bite out of him, but he reels and spins and throws out the runner.
defense has been a question mark at times for the Braves tonight, but when they needed it most, on the hardest
Ooh, man, Dansby was lucky. I mean, he was looking away. Somehow that found his way right into his throwing hand. So good, good job, Dansby. All right, that will end the top of the 8th.
The air's fresh. It is bear country, though.
Hey, boo-boo, we hit the jackpot.
All right, we're in a break now, so let's
That's what I call a smorgasbord.
At least
we'll check on the stocks and crypto, see if there's any changes. It's been pretty quiet tonight. It was trading, DOGE was trading close to 40 cents early this morning, but there was a sell-off and it dipped down to 37. It's been hovering around 36, 37. Not a lot of movement since then. But boy, AMC, what can I say about AMC? You know, I made some good money there, but it also taught me some hard lessons. when I had sold it and decided to get right back in it. So I got back in it at $30 a share, sold it the next day for another small profit, but then I got back into it again, this time at $60 a share. Let me tell you, that is a precarious spot. I mean, I was well aware of what I was doing, of how high of a price that was, and I tried to put myself in a safety situation with a stop loss order. There was some stock halting. The exchange actually stopped halting on AMC multiple times, and the price started tanking, and I panic sold it at about 42. Lost about 1,500 on that transaction. So I went over to my Webull account and eventually closed my position on that as well. That took home some pretty nice profits. So overall, I did well, but what a painful lesson of panic selling that was, and risk management or risk tolerance. $60 shares of AMC, you better have a high risk tolerance. If you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. I got burned. But it was still, even with that, still came out like a bandit. And I'm hoping that happens with BlackBerry as we get back to Truitt's here in the bottom of the 8th. Heredia batting now. So I don't know what's going to happen with BlackBerry stock Monday, but that's what Reddit is pushing. So if you want to have a little fun, it could go as high as 20 on Monday. And there's a strike. 0-2 to Heredia. It could fall below 10. Big Bird. They just call this guy Big Bird. Bickford. He does. Oh, Bickford. He does look like Big Bird though. Look, he's got Big Bird hair. He's got the Big Bird beak of a nose. He's 6'4". That is Big Bird. Bickford. Ha. Bottom of the 8th, you're just joining us. The Braves up by 2. And Heredia strikes out. Big Bird gets a K. All right, we got 5 in the house. Welcome aboard to the conclusion of Braves and Dodgers Saturday Night Baseball. It is our game of the week on the Bone Crusher Show. Make sure you smash the like, crush the sub, brah. Moderator on duty tonight is A-Bomb. So if you have any questions for a moderator, like why aren't we showing the video of the game, that kind of crap. All right, the catcher Smith batting now for the Braves, 0-1 count.
2016 Gulf Coast League Braves.
Was there a little rehab assignment for you?
I was on the
rehab assignment?
I mean, I was on the old go home for 2 weeks and act like you're hurt trick.
And that is a ball to Smith, 1-1.
Expand on such concepts.
Yes, but William Contreras was down there when I was on rehab, and we won the division championship when I was there, and we celebrated with none of those kids are old enough to have an alcohol.
I was going to say,
So we had
technically celebrate?
sparkling grapefruit grape juice.
Grape juice?
Yeah.
Little Welch's never hurt anybody.
A-Bomb prefers the pre-filled K-Cups for convenience. Fouled off. Yeah, that's a nice move, right? Yeah, I mean, you don't want to sit there and make your own K-Cups, spilling coffee grounds everywhere. You know, that's like a black and white infomercial waiting to happen. We had K-Cups at Envisionware. I liked it. You know, you don't have to make a whole pot of coffee. You can just get yourself some. It doesn't make a big mess.
I always enjoyed seeing the big leaguers come in for those rehab assignments, pitchers or hitters.
Heck, when
Well, maybe, you know, I was thinking about maybe an espresso machine or get some more coffee gear. Maybe I'll think about that. That's outside. 2-2 to Smith. But, I mean, when you compare K-Cup prices to making it by the pot, I imagine the K-Cups is still much more expensive. I haven't looked at that in years, though. I mean, 10 years ago when I looked at that, K-Cups seemed outrageously expensive compared to some ground coffee. And that's going to trickle through for a base hit. Smith on first. Just got that through the infield. Now, there is another shitcoin out there called CR. A lot of people call it Cum Rocket. I don't know where you can buy Cum Rocket. But Elon was tweeting something about Cum Rocket to the moon. Pablo Sandoval, Panda. 4 pinch hit home runs this season. Pretty amazing. And if he gets a home run here, everyone wins a free 1 entree, 2 side item at Panda Express. That's upstairs. 1-0. Yeah, reduce your carbon footprint. Get the reusable K-Cups. Fuck my carbon footprint. You know, when you work a stressful job, you need to be able to treat yourself to the coffee you want, when you want it, and how you want it. So Sandoval pops that one up. 1-1.
153 career regular season home runs for Pablo Sandoval, a lifetime 280 hitter. Well over 1,300 big league games played. Signed a minor league deal with the Braves and crushed in spring training, so he earns himself a deal for the year.
245 average, 4 home runs, 10 RBIs. Look out for the athletic fat guy. Here comes the 1-1. Runner on first, 1 out. Just missed. Brickford, the big bird, pitching for Dodgers. I bet he can snort a lot of coke with that beak. That haircut, he looks like the lead singer of Iron Maiden. The 2-1 from Brickford. Sandoval is going to hit that right at the shortstop. They're going to turn 2 on Fatty. Double play for the Dodgers. So we're going to the 9th. Dodgers' last chance. Smith, Betts, and Turner batting for the Dodgers. So thanks for sticking with us to the end of this game. Hopefully we're going to see the Braves take care of business here in the top of the 9th. Shout out to our Twitch viewers tonight. Glad to have you aboard on this multi-streamer. We're dual streaming on YouTube and Twitch. Usually you'll find us on YouTube, so feel free to come over to YouTube and say hi.
We'd like to dedicate the next 5 seconds to fresh portobellos. And all the other seconds to peppers, onions, and Swiss. Because fresh
Play-by-play reaction. Fans in the dugout and crypto updates. What other sports play-by-play show are you going to make money on? I mean, unless it's a sports betting show. And that's really a key aspect of this is during the pandemic, there was no sports betting. So guys like me were at home, not working, flush with cash from stimulus, and off we went. I say the pandemic has probably been the most profitable thing that ever happened to me. It changed my work structure. I work from home most days now, and that's not going to be changing anytime soon. The company that I work for out of Chicago, they don't have a game plan to get back to the office yet. So it's probably not going to happen this year, maybe beginning of 2022. Then they may not need me anymore. I think a lot of companies are realizing they can save money by not bringing people back to the office. And all the time, you know, you'd spend driving to work. I mean, that's you're losing money. You know, if you're spending a half hour in a commute, that's a half hour you could be at home working, making money, getting shit done instead of just sitting in traffic. Traffic just doesn't make sense anymore. Inciarte is in center field. Speaking of, you know, seeing players' careers flash before your eyes, Albert Pujols, Inciarte, these a couple of guys that could be their last season. I mean, I wanted to see Inciarte do great, but it just hasn't happened. And we are underway in the top of the ninth with a strike. Oh, God, I don't need to see Game 5 highlights from... I've been trying to forget about the Braves-Dodgers playoff games. We don't need to see that, guys. The 0-1 pitch, Smith versus Smith. Wasn't that a movie with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie or something like that? Smith versus Smith? Maybe that wasn't it. Mr. and Mrs. Smith? Mr. and Mrs. Smith. So Will Smith, the Fresh Prince, batting for the Dodgers. Comes in with a .277 average. And he fouls that into the glove of the other Smith. Wait, we got... That was a Smith trifecta. You got Smith the catcher, Smith the batter, and Smith the pitcher?
Will Smith the batter, foul tips Will Smith the pitcher's ball into Kevin Smith's glove.
Yeah, I'm right. The Smith trifecta. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. So one away in the top of the ninth. Betts fouls that one off. 0-1. And their question of the day was, can you name a good horse movie? And the only horse movie that was praised is Black Beauty. No one else has been able to come up with a good horse movie name. 0-2. Caught looking.
Smith coming home 0-2. Tried to elevate the fastball. Betts did not chase.
High fastball. 1-2. It's worth all the plastic waste and extra cost for the convenience and taste. Perfect cup of coffee, every single cup. There's a ball, 2-2.
Giants beat the Cubs 4-3, so they extend their lead in the National League West. 2-2. Betts skies it right side and out of play.
It's fouled off. Now, I usually, drink the coffee pretty quick in the morning. That second cup, I mean, I drink about a half a cup and just fill it right back up. I just keep going, because if I wait a couple hours, that coffee won't be good anymore. It won't taste right anymore. So if you want to have a cup of coffee every 2 hours, I guess that K-cup is really the way to go. Betts fouls that one off. Still 2-2 with one out, nobody on. Top of the ninth, the Braves. Chance at winning this game against the Dodgers. Thanks for sticking with us. We had a rain delay to start this off.
Singling them out because they're in front of us, but it's a job that all these managers have to take care of. 2-2 delivery.
And they're going to ring him up. Down goes Betts. 2 out. So the Braves 1 out away from winning this game. A crucial game against a good Dodgers team. And yeah, that really probably missed the plate, but nice frame job from Smith. All right, the bullpen is holding up. Smith to Smith. Fouled off. Poo-poo slider. And the crowd is on their feet. Give us the poo-poo slider. Swing and a miss at the high heater. One strike away. Oh, 2 count. Just outside. I didn't bring out the horns tonight. Is it too late for a horn? 1-2 pitch. And that's going to ring them up. Braves win. Braves win. All right, the Braves have beat the Dodgers 6-4 in Atlanta. That's how you do it. So I guess Morton's going to get the W. Nice job, Braves fans. All right, let's get to the dugout. Watch it. I know y'all are cheering down the dugout. 11 likes. Thank you very much for the likes. All right, shout out time. A-Bomb, Sergeant Gibby, Mark Lane, thanks for coming in. Juan Beck, even though he's a Dodgers fan, thanks for stopping by, Juan. Oh, Restream congratulated me on receiving 100 messages today with Restream chat. Thank you, Restream. More shout-outs coming down the pipe. Let's see, I'm scrolling. Ah, Mondo, that's right, Mondo is here. Cincinnati crew. Jameson Taylor, Steve-O. The list goes on.
Does scrubbing grease and food feel like a workout? Scrub less with Dawn Platinum.
A lot of action in the chat box tonight. I don't want to forget anybody on the shout-outs. Greg Hamlin. Thank you, Greg Hamlin, for joining us tonight. The MASH unit, Joshua Mashburn. Shout out, brother. And you are welcome. Thanks for stopping by and for your hard work as moderator, A-Bomb. Well, that will, I reckon, conclude our broadcast for the night. I think we had a great game because we got the win despite the 4 errors and the defensive blunders. The bullpen came in and did their job tonight. So there you go. The bats came alive and we got the W. So all is good in Braves country. Let's take a quick look at some stats here. And thanks again to our Twitch viewers for joining us tonight on our simulcast. All right, here comes the box score. So the Dodgers had 4 runs on 5 hits. The Braves had 6 runs off 11 hits. We also had 4 errors. Acuna went 1 for 3 tonight with a run and a walk. He also stole second and third base. Freeman went 2 for 3 tonight with an RBI and a run, so great to see Freeman with a couple hits. He also had a walk. Ozzie got in on it. He was 1 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Austin Riley went 2 for 4 with a run as he continues his hot bat. Swanson 1 for 3 with 2 RBIs and a walk. He was clutch. Adrianza 0 for 4. Heredia was 1 for 4 with a run. Smith was 1 for 4. Morton 1 for 2. Yeah, our pitcher got a base hit tonight. And Almonte with a pinch hit home run off the bench. That was all for our hitting efforts tonight. Freeman also stole a base tonight. All right. And the bullpen was very active for the Braves tonight. Smith, Martin, Matzek, Jackson, and Minter all making appearances. So we went to the bullpen 5 times, and the bullpen gave up no runs. So great job. Morton with 5 Ks picks up the W. He goes 5-2 on the year. Minter had 2 Ks. Smith had 3 Ks. And we won't go over the stats for the Dodgers. All right, well, let's take this on home and call it a night. Thanks again for tuning in. Make sure you crush the like and the sub on your way out of here. For our moderator, A-Bomb, and producer Beth, this is the Bone Crusher. Sign it off. Who is your Budweiser player of the game? It's going to be the bullpen. All 5 of them.